Hello. Good evening. Let's not get jump scared by the song suddenly being really loud this time. Challenge. Okay, that's good. No, never mind. This time I knew it was going to be kind of loud. I was prepared. Thank you for the pad. Good evening. It's Wednesday. You know, I prefer Wednesdays to be my stream days. But now that I've had to make Thursday the streaming days for all of these past few months, I guess at this point, I'm so not used to it being Wednesday anymore. Just what day is it? Why do I have to stream today? It's so weird. But here we are. Back again. Trouble comes twice. Where's my paper? Where are my notes? Here they are. Last time we got started on Jesus and Adrian's route. I know that technically none of these routes are going to be more canon than the others because it's a dating sim and each route is going to have its own thing, but I'm a sucker for the ooh. I mean, in Jason and Adrian's case, it's actually childhood friends with Hazel and Zoe. It's only going from best friends to dating, but I feel like I'm gonna like those the most. Obviously, I'm gonna give both Stephanie and Cameron a chance, but going from childhood friends to lovers is just such a good trope that I really, really like. And I think we can finish Jace's and Adrian's route today, actually. I don't think it's gonna be quite that long anymore. And then go for his romantic ending and then go for the dramatic ending as well. Also, excuse me, I'm sleepy. Which is nothing new, I'm always sleepy, but today I'm even more sleepy than usual. Where did we stop last time? We were over at Adrian's house. His parents have a funny bet going that I would bet that their bet is about their children starting to date. Not gonna lie, they seem very involved. But Jace is just extremely fucking dense. So let's hope we can change that. Oh yeah, Adrian has to help his cousin out because she's moving. So he didn't have a lot of time recently. And Adrian was over that one evening and he was so focused on reading his book, he started petting Jace's head. And Jace was like, oh yeah, this is clearly because he thought I was his cat, which I don't think that's quite true, but you know what, whatever. I wake up surprisingly early and even weird at this hour in a good mood. It's forever since we last went to watch a movie together. A movie? Wait, we're going to watch a movie? What the fuck did I stop playing at last time? After my morning shower. A morning shower person. After my morning shower, I stand in front of my wardrobe. Let's see, what would be comfortable to wear? Time flies by as I do what shouldn't be a task of more than 2 minutes, choosing clothes. I pause, holding up what should be the 7th combination of clothes from my wardrobe. Wait, what am I doing? Shower. I'm not a morning shower person. Never. I'm a get up shortly before I have to be somewhere person. I could not fit showering in there. I placed him back inside, rubbing my temples. I could go in my PJs and he wouldn't care. Honestly, I should go with what's most comfortable since looks aren't an issue. I look good in all of these anyway. Once I've decided on an outfit, I head downstairs to snatch some food and then proceed to throw myself onto the sofa to watch some TV. Good morning. Hazel joined me shortly after a bowl of cereal in hand. Morning. What's wrong with you? Huh? Nothing's wrong. Do I look unhappy? No, you look too happy. Wow, can't even be cheerful in this house anymore. Mom, Hazel says I'm not allowed to be happy. I did not say that. Darling, we all know that Hazel wants you to be happy the most. There's no way she would mean that even if she did say it. I love the mom so much. I want an extra on the mom. Can you tell me a dumb line? Sure. Hit me. Managed to make both of us feel awkward with only 2 sentences. You two are... It's okay. No need to continue this topic. Hazel and I are good, right? Yes. Eager to escape the more than embarrassing topic, Hazel quickly agrees with me. Alright. I have a suspicion that Mom says a point and she can't continue the conversation. You going out? Cinema with Adrian. Hi! Charlie, is your name Trouble? Cause you... I think I don't get it. Oh, trouble comes. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not awake enough. Oh, don't mind me. I fell asleep at 10. Not even fully 10 yesterday because I was so tired, and I woke up like I didn't put on Pokemon Sleep. I didn't even put on an ASMR video. I just knocked out and I was like, fuck. Yeah, where am I? Who am I? It's been a while. Yep. I beam at her. Next to me, Hazel narrows her eyes but ends up not saying anything. It's not too busy at the cinema, luckily. I find Aaron in the same corner he usually waits. He's standing in front of the wall typing away on his phone, hair falling down into his face. I have to admit, he's really handsome. Although he's even more handsome when he smiles. What a shame it's such a rare sight. Or maybe it's intentional. If he smiled often, he'd get hit on all the time. I keep... Hi. I hold back the urge to start skipping around even though I'm giddy enough to do it. It's been forever. How's it going with your cousin's move? Asking once is fine, right? It's going slowly. She's wasting a lot of time instead of getting things ready. It doesn't help that most of her friends are more interested in talking to me than packing. Are they bothering you? It's alright. They're my cousin's friends after all. Yeah. It's not like it's forever. Adrian hums while pinching the bridge of his nose. If she hadn't given them my number. Oh! What? She gave them your number? Block them? That's rude. But I bite my tongue. He can decide that for himself, of course, but he's too nice for his own good sometimes. In the first place, she shouldn't have given away your number without permission. It's not rude to ignore or block people who text you when you don't want it. If you don't like it, you shouldn't force yourself. Oh, I'll think about it. You're probably right. So her smile makes me embarrassed. I turn my head away, pointing at the queue of people waiting to buy food. Do you want to get popcorn? Sure. I exhale in relief and hurriedly turn around to hide the expression on my face. Oh, yeah. Oh, another CG! And I'm going to the toilet while Adrian stands in line. Looking around, I spot him carrying everything. I kinda want to watch for another while to see how he handles it. He'd get mad if I snapped a photo of him right now, wouldn't he? I see you there. That's a big popcorn. Big popcorn. Would you kindly take your popcorn? Am I so kind? I smirk at his attempt to somehow balance everything. I guess I am. I do. I make the mistake of ordering like a medium-sized popcorn with my friend. Every time we go to the cinema together, we're like, okay, let's get a small one because a medium is always too much and we don't eat it. And then they will have some kind of menu thing going on where you, I don't know, get some cool little gadgets from other movies or whatever. If you and a drink and a medium popcorn, and then we end up buying the medium popcorn, and then we have too much popcorn, and it's every single time without fail. And next time we go to the cinema, we're like, hey, let's get a small popcorn this time, and then we don't. Oh yay! No, I love popcorn. But I always eat all of my popcorn before the movie because I hate eating it during, because I have to listen, right? I can't listen if I'm eating popcorn. It's crunchy and loud, I can't understand anything. I plucked the popcorn out of his arms. He sighs in relief while I throw a handful into my mouth. While waiting for entrance, I stare at the posters for the movie. It's a horror movie, the last one of a trilogy. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have bought popcorn. Are you getting flashbacks? Kinda. I bought popcorn for the last 2 movies too. Now, the thing about me is I get jump scared incredibly easily and I joke badly, which is why I love horror. Getting jump scared is fun. Is it? It's not quite as fun if you're holding popcorn and it jumps along with you though. I lost a lot of popcorn during the first 2 movies. A cold drink. Frozen ice cream treats. Ooh. Yeah, no, I'm not the type to get any other food at the cinema. I don't even get a drink because that's too expensive. Usually what I do is I will have a drink in the car or however I get to the cinema, like in my bag or something, and then I drink after. Like I drink before, I drink after. Though I did learn, for my aunt specifically, I did learn to smuggle my own food into a cinema. Cheap in cinemas here and a lot of other places. That's interesting. I'm surprised it's actually allowed in a cinema of all places. Do you want me to hold it for you? That's a weird offer. On the other hand, it's not as if he won't have his nachos finished within 2 minutes and have his hands free. Sure. Would be nice if you did, that way I won't waste so much money. It's not a problem, just give it to me whenever. He's so sweet! Drink your whole margarita during. Damn. I don't know if they even offer much alcohol in our cinemas. I've never looked out for it. Thanks. I peek over at Adrian. He doesn't know it is to focus on the descriptions of the movie posters. Anything interesting? Yes, this here. I grimace at the image on the poster. It's the sappiest, cheesiest romantic setting you can imagine. Wait, wasn't this what he was checking out before, when Hazel and I stalked him? Why did he look at that when he dislikes romance? It's a psychological thriller. It's a what? Adrian points at the description below the poster. I give it a quick read. The basic setting is indeed a cheesy romance, but according to the text it's supposed to quickly derail into insanity. Ooh. Basically, the movie's from the perspective of an unreliable narrator. Things are completely different from what you think at first. But if they give that away in the description, doesn't that defeat the point? Oh, look at this funny romance. Why would you give away that it's an unreliable Honestly, that sounds pretty interesting. We should watch that. Yes, I thought you might like it. You know me too well. He was checking that movie out because of you, Jace. Get it together, my guy. Adrian falls quiet, lowering his head. He looks distracted. I wonder what he's thinking about. Don't ask. No, don't ask. I shouldn't pry. Even if I'm curious and even if he looks somewhat downhearted, Adrian doesn't like talking when he's in a bad mood. I hope the movie will help. The movie should start soon. In an attempt to take his mind off whatever's bothering him, I randomly throw out a sentence. He lifts his head to check the time. Not quite. Another half an hour. Why are you so early if the movie doesn't start until like another half hour? What the heck? Seriously? You can't make time go faster, sadly, no matter how excited you are. I waited forever for this movie. Of course I'm impatient to see it. Excitement slowly starts to bubble up within me. I really like the first 2 parts, so I'm hyped for the finale. You better not botch it. According to insider reviews, it's a good ending. Good as in a suitable ending or a happy ending? Because if the twist is to make it a happy ending, I'll start throwing things. Suitable. Great! I hope everyone... Yay! I might have said the sentence a tad too loud with a too nice a smile, since I can see some people stare at me with mild to strong confusion. Adrian's lips tug up a bit, but the downcast glint doesn't fully vanish from his eyes. As expected, the finale of the series has great jump scares. My hands are all cramped up from gripping onto the armrests. Wasn't this why you meant to cling to the guy? You wasted a beautiful chance to flirt. But I am the guy. God, you're dumb. No stream tomorrow now. No. Because I will only get home at like sometime after 8. And when I get home so late, I do not really have the energy to also still stream. No Final Fantasy Thursday. Probably not. I missed the summer event. I'm so stupid. Like the past 2 weeks, I totally forgot to log in. Now I missed out on the summer event. I'm so sad. I didn't expect it to be the daughter. That was so freaky. I mean, her eyes. Yes, that was well done. I would have had money on it being the mother, but looking back, they placed hints everywhere. That was so well done. I'm gonna log in tonight after stream just to like at least get the login in and see if I'm still awake enough to maybe run a roulette or something. And your popcorn survived. A miracle! I still don't quite understand what's fun about being scared. Thank you for the resub! Congrats on the 2 months! Welcome in! That's because horror doesn't scare you. I remember when I started playing horror games. You always wanted me to control at the most troublesome moments. Because you were the only one not getting scared. Aren't you scared of anything? Plenty of things scare me. But not in movies or games, no. Though the jump scares get me once in a while. Sort of sad that I never got to see you crying in fear as a kid. That's something to be sad about. Of course. At least I got to see a lot of other fun situations back then. Like when... It sounds really mean, but I'm free to choose whichever one I like, so... The one time not that long after I got to know you, I didn't like that you always so stoic, so one day I acted as if I had never been your friend. That is so mean, jeez. I hold a hand before my mouth to sigh for my laughter. Adrian doesn't look as amused by the memory. That was a terrible prank. I was very confused. You kept running after me that day trying to start conversations. And God, you were bad at starting conversations. I still don't understand why that was fun for you. Because it was cute to see you flustered. I liked you, but I hated your poker face. It was nice to see you show some other emotions for once. Mom was furious though. I'm not surprised, that wasn't very nice. He sounds like he's pouting, so I started laughing again. When he first tried to talk to me, I was uncomfortable because I wasn't used to it. But having you around quickly became normal. Moreover, you were always in a bright mood, a truly happy-go-lucky. So when you suddenly started acting as if you had never been my friend or concerned yourself with me before, I had no idea what happened. I didn't even consider the possibility that you were playing a prank. I don't think I saw it as a serious issue back then. Of course I understand by now that this isn't something you should do, but still, your face was pretty funny. Jace, did I do something to... Aww! How am I going to attempt to give him a child voice now? Did I do something to make you angry? A young Adrian nervously followed after a younger me. I was a little taller than him back then and stronger too. At that time, I was simply annoyed. Suits you, right? Always me who's nervous about being friends, now it's your turn. No? When would you have done that? What do you mean during class yesterday? It's fine, since you only spilled water, my clothes are normally. I kept my voice confused as if I couldn't think of a reason someone unrelated to me would have made me angry. I was a great actor. Both Hazel and I were if you weren't nervous. Adrian was as confused as I made my voice sound. I watched him think, trying to come up with an explanation for my sudden change. Of course, he wasn't willing to believe that he had made up the past days we'd spent together, but he was an insecure child hiding behind a strong facade, and I wanted to break that. Don't worry about it. I flashed him a smile and continued to walk at a brisk pace. Suddenly, I almost stumbled when Adrian helped me back by the hood of my jacket. I hadn't pulled up the zipper, so it thankfully didn't choke me. Don't be mad at me. Can you please tell me what I did wrong? By that time, little Adrian's lips were quivering. His hands were clenched around my hood, uncomfortably pulling it. I'll apologize, but please. So that means I'm not the only one who thinks of us as best friends, right? If you're about to cry because I ignore you, then I must be important to you too. Chase! That's not how you test a friendship. I was just about to stop, honestly. I was about to make up some lie about what I was mad about and then make up with him. Timing is a bitch. My mother, who was there to fetch me for a snack, came just in time to catch a sight of me looking proud as punch while Adrian was about to cry. Jace. Ooh, I winced, lowering my head instantly. My mom was and still is pretty damn scary when she's genuinely mad. What's going on? Why is Adrian crying? Little Adrian had his pride. I'm not. But it wasn't very convincing. I was only... Were you bullying him? I wasn't, really. Understandably, Mom didn't believe me at all. I was banned from eating snacks for half a month and playing games for 1 week. Ooh. There was a limit of my tolerance. Mom understood me well. Any more and I would have rebelled. Fond memories, really. We made up the next day, but I didn't want to tell him the actual reason, so I said I was in a bad mood because the girl I liked was interested in him. Look at the... Wait, hold on. How old were they? Look on the bright side, you still see me acting stupid more often than the other way around. Though one day, I'll definitely find a movie that jump scares you too. I'm determined to see you jump in surprise. Please, no. Yes! And with that, I'm right back to giddily remembering the movie we just watched. It's amazing that you didn't react to this movie at all. You either kept on screaming while you were sitting next to me or relaxed. How do you even know that? Well, I glanced over to see if you were getting scared. Which you weren't, shame on you. As I said, I don't really get frightened by jump scares. But they were so well done! I gotta rewatch it when it's available to stream online. I must have talked for a long time because next thing I realized we have walked quite a distance already. Adrian nods along and makes a sound once in a while, looking incredibly amused by my fanboy moment. I stopped, clearing my throat. Sorry. Don't apologize. It's always fun to watch you like that. Others would probably make fun of me for it. I've known you and Hazel for years now, so this is really nothing. My smile stiffens. He intended for it to be a normal comment, but it reminds me of something I've been worried about. All these years we've practically been stuck together and Adrian's always followed my lead. Yeah, we sure take up a lot of your time. I mean, you hardly have time for it to yourself thanks to us. Mostly because of me, but also Hazel. I've never thought of it that way. It doesn't bother me. If the phone audibly vibrates, it comes from Adrian's pocket. He checks it, frowns, then puts it back. Well, what I wanted to say is, if it ever gets too much for you, you have to tell me. I bet I won't notice otherwise, but... Vibrations again. This time Adrian ignores it, motioning for me to continue. I would hate it if you feel pressured. I just like spending time with you, that's why I asked, so... The phone vibrates again. Is it important? No. Surprisingly irritated, Adrian quickly reads the messages. It's my cousin and her friend asking me to come over. He hasn't even typed an answer before the phone vibrates again. Stubborn? They are, but I'll... Adrian stops in the middle of the sentence. He groans, something he rarely does, while covering his eyes with one hand. What happened? They unplugged the old fridge but didn't think about the ice in the freezer. Now there's water everywhere. They're old enough to handle that themselves! I'm sorry, I'll have to leave. Neither my nor her parents can check it out right now. And you're worried they might mess up more. I get it. They're old enough! If she's old enough to be living on her own, moving on her own, she is old enough to fucking... It's just water. Just mop it up. Yeah. There's not that much you can do wrong. Oh! I wave him away. Yo, we'll see each other again soon. Thank you. Adrian hurries off. The moment he's out of sight, the smile melts off my face. She's hydrophobic? Well, she's homophobic. She's getting in between me and Adrian fucking dating. I would have liked to spend some more time together though. What shitty timing. Next time then. But unlike what I'd hoped, next time isn't anytime soon. Adrian sucks at saying no when you appeal to his politeness, and his cousin evidently has no problem using that to her advantage. She seems determined to hook Adrian up with one of her friends. Fuck off! Oh, I don't like the cousin. The thought of him actually taking an interest in one of them pisses me off much more than I'd have expected. It doesn't happen often that I visit my favorite cafe alone, but with my best friend too busy to hang out, it's getting more common. I could invite another friend, but nah, we didn't have enough money to actually give another friend a Sprite. Here's your coffee. Thanks. I take my coffee from June. She doesn't leave. Despite it's pretty much dead right now and I'm bored. Want to chat for a bit? Only if you have time and want to, of course. Sure, why not? I point at the free chair opposite of me and she sits down. It's been a while since I've seen your friend Adrian. Did something happen? Oh, he's busy. I took a large gulp of my coffee, almost scalding my tongue. Careful, it's hot. I noticed. You seem kind of stressed today. Not stressed, just irritated. You want to know how to deal with cousins? Murder! Murder!
I hope everyone dies.
Would have never thought that I get so moody just because my best friend doesn't have as much time for me as usual. It's not even like I don't see him at all. We still have classes together. Yeah, but going to class and actually hanging out are two different things. A group approaches the cafe. We turn our heads to look at the new customers. My fingers around my cup tighten. Oh. Adrian's shoulders slumped softly and eyes tired, blinks distractedly when he spots me. Who's that, your friend? Adrian's accompanied by 3 girls. One of them has hair in similar shade to his, the others don't. 2 other girls are standing close to Adrian, almost glued to him. One of them calls for his attention by touching his arm. Ooh, get your fucking hands off my soon-to-be man. Introduce us. Didn't I get up not wanting to sit while everyone else is standing? This is Jace, my friend. This is my cousin and her Jace, this is my cousin and her friends. Hey! Hi. I turn my eyes off the hand that's still touching Adrian's arm. Taking a break? Yes. Oh, hello, June. Hello, June. Hi. I didn't know you had such a handsome friend. Adrian's jaw tightens. You didn't mention me? That's rude, Adrian. I wrap my arm around Adrian's shoulder as I speak. The girls laugh, amused by my faint offended attitude. Although the part that's actually fake is me acting like I'm only pretending to be annoyed. He seriously didn't even mention me? Of course his cousin isn't going to know every detail about his life, but I'm still his closest friend, aren't I? Isn't it normal to talk about your best friend? I calm myself down by reminding myself it's because Adrian isn't a talkative type in the first place. It barely works. I still feel like my best friend is slipping out of my grasp. Well, what can I get you? Adrian's question breaks the underlying tension. Adrian eases up as well. I'd like the same as usual. Matcha, coming right up. And you girls? The 3 order for themselves. Adrian's cousin approaches me. Want to sit together? I'm not exactly in the mood to stick around, but I find myself considering the offer. Standing behind his cousin, Adrian meets my eye. He doesn't look like he wants me to agree. Oh, okay. I'm leaving, I'm going. I don't know why he doesn't want me around, but he must have his reasons. It's not like he's been avoiding me, he's busy, but when we meet, everything's the same as usual. It shouldn't be that he doesn't want me around in general. Sorry, I was actually about to head home. Something urgent going on. Urgent? Not really. In that case, just sit with us for a bit. She grabs my arm and pulls me back towards my table. A few minutes won't kill you. Wow, she's pushy. No wonder Adrian's struggling to get along with her. Fine. I give in, letting her do whatever. Ooh. Adrian hurries over with a few quick steps. Is it mocha or mocha? Mocha in it. He claims to sit next to me, then leans close to whisper into my ear. I'm sorry, she's very persistent. It's not your fault. You think it's mocha? I have no idea. I don't drink coffee. It's not your fault. The other girls take their places. The brunette moves her chair deliberately closer to Adrian, completely focused on him. The sight irks me. So that's at least one of her friends he's popular with. The gaze lingers on her for a moment. She's pretty. Her casual confidence and provocative outfit reminds me of Zoe in a way. I don't think she's Adrian's type. Putting aside that I barely have any clue who Adrian would or wouldn't be attracted to, in this case I'm definitely correct. Whenever she leans closer to him, he recoils to keep his distance. So your name's Chase. I think Adrian's mentioned you before. You've known each other for years or something? Since we were kids, yes. Huh, Adrian must have hidden you from me. The girl snickers, teasingly wagging a finger at Adrian. That's not fair, keeping such a handsome guy all to yourself. You should share with your family. The type of humor goes right over Adrian's head. He's obviously uncomfortable with her joke, eyebrows lowering into a tiny frown. I'm just too precious, you know. Everyone wants a piece of me. Oh. You sure have confidence. I'm a certified narcissist. If I don't praise myself regularly, I get sick. More laughter. I sneak glances at Adrian, keeping an eye on the brunette's movements. You know what? You seem like a cool guy. You should come to my housewarming party. I'm sure you have fun. No. Ooh. Ooh. The finality with which he says the word surprises his cousin. The girl tilts her head. Can't he decide that for himself? What's up with him? When is it? At some point over the next few days, probably in the evening. I'm tempted to accept the invitation simply because I want to see why Adrian is so intent on keeping me away. In the end, I don't. Ooh, bad timing. My own relatives are gonna be visiting. We've planned all kinds of stuff. It's a shame. Some other time then. Adrian knows it's a lie without me telling him. If I was going to have relatives over, he'd already know about it because I would have told him. His hands on his lap momentarily clench into fists. Congrats on the new apartment though. Thanks, it's been a lot of work. Yeah, the level of exhaustion your cousin is showing me tells me that too. We still gotta buy some stuff for the party. We can do it after our break. Better now than later since we still have a strong guy with us to help carry all our bags. Oh my god. More laughter. The behavior tells me they're not doing it on purpose. They generally don't notice how rudely they're behaving. Still, I don't like it. I'm sure they'd stop if Adrian told him off, but he's not going to, is he? He's too nice for his own good. She might be his cousin, but that doesn't mean he has to play her servant. For a moment, I wonder if he's willing to endure it for another reason. To impress someone, maybe. No way. He was annoyed that the girls even had his number. He's just too lenient with others. With every passing second, it gets increasingly difficult to maintain my strained smile. I participate in the conversation, but it's hard to stay friendly. It was nice meeting you, but we gotta go now. Lots of stuff left to do. I hope you'll be done soon. Once you finish, things will finally be back to normal. Thanks! Have fun with your relatives. Oh crap, I almost forgot about that already. Yeah, thanks. We split up in different directions. My feet drag as I slowly make my way home. Almost done now, just a little bit left. I was to examine my reflection in the store's window. Shoulders slumped, face scrunched, my hands in my pockets. Soon everything will go back to how it was. I don't like it. I don't like the thought of that either. Good morning! Good morning!
How are you?
Wasn't I supposed to be happy if things go back to normal? What in the world is up with me recently? I mess up my hair watching my mirror image do the same. I resume walking. God, I have to get it together. Once Adrian's done helping out, we'll go back to meeting up regularly. There's no sign of him taking a fancy to one of his cousin's friends either. That means that things will literally be the same as before. Soon enough, I won't even remember that he was busy for a short while. I'm being stupid. I don't even know what I want anymore. But the truth is I do. I know exactly what's bothering me. It's simply not something I want to think about. Caught up in my thoughts, I make my way back home. I spend the rest of the evening and the following day finishing up most of my assignments. Time passes painfully slowly. I'm not the type to dream, or remember my dreams at least, but tonight I dream in clear and vivid images. I must have been 14 or 15. It was a troublesome time. I was intelligent enough to see the injustice around me, hardy enough to want to be a hero, and dumb enough to try becoming one. Generally, there's nothing wrong with wanting to help someone whose pockets were picked, especially if that someone was your best friend. But I, being the idiot I was, followed a grown man with a knife! I stood in the middle of the alley, wheezing after having caught up to the man. Adrian was behind me. Adrian was always behind me, trying to pull me away. Please don't be stupid. This is dangerous. But stupid I was. It's fine. I puffed myself up, remembering something I'd read online, and whispered back to him. Most thieves aren't actually willing to hurt someone. They only use their weapons to intimidate. However, I had forgotten 2 vital points. 1. Most thieves meant most and not all. Even a cornered rabbit would bite. 2. The man didn't look worried at all being confronted by 2 kids. I was indignant. The main reason why I was so obstinate in pursuing the thief was because he'd stolen from Adrian. You go and call the police. I pushed Adrian lightly, watching warily as the man approached. Fortunately, Adrian had more brains than me in the situation. He ran, but not very far, just enough to reach the streets and scream that there was a child in danger. It worked. A couple of adults came running. We ourselves landed at the police station. I'd gotten punched trying to stop the thief. It hurts. Of course it does! Now you have the heart to act weak? What if he had used his knife, or had taken longer to get help? I've never actually dreamt of a memory of being your younger self. Really? I have. But I dream very rarely. Overall. Or technically you dream all the time, right? But I don't have a conscious memory of dreaming most of the time. It's no reason to push the ice pick against my face like you're trying to suffocate me. Adrian clenched his jaw. He looked troubled and annoyed. It wasn't that much money. Did you really have to do this? Of course I had to. You should know the boundaries of your strength. Don't be so stupid again. I pounded and turned away from him, but he kept holding the ice in place for me. My skin had broken near my eye and it hurt terribly where it swelled. Jace, you can complain all you want. I won't promise that. I turned back to look him square in the eye. I won't sit still if someone hurts you or steals from you. I can endure if it's others, but not you. I won't let you suffer. His eyes were wide, looking at me. Then he looked away, embarrassed. I won't be happy if you get hurt protecting me. What a surprise! I don't like seeing you hurt either. And since I'm the more stubborn one, I'll handle this part. You can rely on me. I smiled at him with all the joy I felt at having been able to protect my best friend. He sat there in a daze, his eyes a bit unfocused. When he snapped back to reality, I could see his cheeks flush in an embarrassed shade of red. Remember, dreams are real or just break off your natural sleep. Yeah. Sometimes I think to myself, the few times that I do remember them, I should write them down, but then I never do. And it doesn't bother me that much. I know I have a specific recurring dream that I cannot recall what it's about, like off the top of my head. I just realized when I'm once again dreaming it. But that's it. I learned to protect myself. Good. Our parents came, both furious and relieved. I got grounded, of course, but I didn't feel annoyed. I felt pleased at having accomplished what I wanted. In the darkness of the night, I opened my eyes and stared at the ceiling. You could tell the exact moment you had him. So young and already so charming. Adrian. I meant myself. But Adrian too. The dream journal, you want to start again? I mean, I could never get into even writing a diary. I don't think I could dream journal.
Ugh.
Oh. Ooh. Why do they still put ice in your drinks when it's this cold out? Personally, you'd cringe writing that. I think while you're writing it, it's not that bad. It's just when you go back and read entries that are several years ago, you're like, oh god, who was I at that point in my life and why was I like that? Now that I think about it, he started learning self-defense after that. He was also the one to explain everything to the police, making sure it didn't sound like we were the ones who ran headfirst into trouble. Thanks to him, we got out of the situation without any problems. My thoughts are muddled, but I clearly remember Adrian's determined face. It sucks not having him around.
It does.
I want my boy. I guess it takes him being so busy for Jace to realize something, though, probably. I played with my phone for a couple of minutes, waiting for the tiredness to settle in again. It eventually does, thankfully, allowing me to leave those troublesome thoughts behind for a couple of hours. For once, sleep doesn't help improve my mood. I'm still irritated, solely missing the company of the person I'm used to having around. That dream's at fault. Why did he have to help his cousin? Couldn't I have paid someone to handle it? All they're doing is taking up his time. That I usually do the same, monopolizing his time, is a thought that only makes me angrier. Who am I to talk? I'm the one constantly asking him for favors. I act like a child the moment he's around. There's nothing wrong with helping each other out, but there are too many things that I could do by myself. Instead, I rely on him. It doesn't matter how often I ask him if he feels bothered by the way I act. Just because he gives me permission doesn't mean I should be taking advantage of his kindness like that. Now that he's not around, it's biting me in the back. I've been too spoiled. Cursing to myself, I tug at my pillow. Whatever, he's going to have more time again soon. I remember to not make him follow my whims all the time, then everything will be perfectly fine. I eventually trudged downstairs, unable to rest anymore. Both my parents are shocked to see me awake at such an early hour. You're up? Are you sick? What, because I woke up early? Grumpy snapped back at Mom in a rude tone that I immediately regret. Dad approaches me from behind, putting a hand on my shoulder. No, because you look pale. You don't seem to have a fever though. Did you not sleep well? Not really. I kept waking up, couldn't rest at all. Do you have a nightmare? I'm not a child who can sleep after a nightmare. I remember my dream. Slowly I pressed my lips together. No, it was a good dream. But it bothers you. It was a dream, Dad. I don't care about it. At the very least, I don't want to talk about it right now. It's a precious memory, but there's no crying why I couldn't sleep after it. And I can't see. My glasses are dirty. Son. Dad breathes in deeply and puts on a serious face that makes me feel awkward. My parents are rarely this serious. You have a terrible habit. Do you know what it is? My narcissism? That too. But that's not what I meant. You tend to ignore certain issues when you feel like you can't do anything about them or that taking care of them will be too much of a hassle. You want to solve your issues yourself and quickly. That's why you're rarely stuck in a slump as you are right now. But when it concerns something that's important to you, you sometimes end up pushing yourself up against the wall. We all know how important Adrian is to you. With you looking so troubled, I'm sure it's about him. He has been quite busy recently, barely seen him around. Dad nods in agreement to Mom's words. You can't deal with being apart from him, am I right? Maybe. No. Stay silent. Maybe. I try to look confident when I answer. You're worrying too much, that's not... Dad stares at me quietly. He doesn't push the topic, he simply waits. A lot of people don't recognize... Yeah. It's pretty nice, yeah. Both him and Hazel are written to be... On one hand, they act very confident. With Hazel, I felt like there was a little more to it where she is not fully confident, but she acts like it. She does realize it's not that much. I'm fine with the situation is what I'd like to say, but maybe that's not quite true. I guess there's a chance it's related to my mood.
You're gonna have to bed, okay?
Get some rest. I don't know why I'm so irritated. Alright. Dad pats my head with a gentle smile. I simply want you to think about it so you can tackle the issue instead of avoiding it. We only want the best for you. Even if you say that, is there really anything I can do? Adrian isn't even that busy. I'm still seeing him as often as other people meet up with their friends. It's just less than I'm used to. I'll go back to sleep again. Alright, rest a bit longer, darling. I'll drag myself back upstairs for another 2 hours of sleep. I could go for another 2 hours of sleep if that didn't mean that, like, I would probably end up sleeping through the entire night. When I wake up again, I can hear my parents and Hazel moving around downstairs. I don't want to get up. I grab my phone to unlock it. Staring at the screen, I hesitate for a while. He's used to me bothering him more often than this. It's not weird to leave him a message, right? I take forever to type a message to Adrian asking him if he has time to come over later. He doesn't reply for over half an hour, leaving me to play some stupid mobile games to distract myself. I walk around my room, unsettled but unwilling to send another message. When my phone finally vibrates, I basically jump over to get it. Oh. I'm sorry, today's the housewarming party. I don't think I can leave early. How about next week? I stare at the message. They're finally done. Even though he hates parties, he must have gone along because he can't say no to her. He'd have invited me to keep him company, but no, doesn't want me around. Well, maybe he'll have fun. His cousin's friend are very fond of him. He won't be bored for sure with them around. But is that actually fun? And I mean, it's no surprise they're interested in him. He's single, he's attractive, and he's kind. Jealousy wells up inside me, accompanied by other ugly thoughts. That he should have said no anyway because I asked to spend time with him. That he shouldn't go to a place with people who have a crush on him. That he shouldn't talk to them because he's my friend and because he should be by my side and not theirs. I place my hands over my face, blocking out the light. This is really, really bad. I attempt to push down the ugly feeling of possessiveness, only to fail miserably. All the irritation and jealousy inside me starts mixing with guilt. There's a difference between being dense and being purposefully oblivious. There are things you can try to ignore, but that won't make them go away. It's impossible even for me to misunderstand the feelings I'm having. Oh ho! I can't have fallen for Adrian. I can't. He's my best friend. We basically grew up together. And yet my chest feels too tight for my lungs. I don't own him. I don't have the right to demand for him to stay by my side at all times, no matter how I feel about him. I argue with myself, attempting to fight my feelings with logic. It doesn't work well, it only hurts more. I didn't think the pain of a heartache would feel so physical. I have to get over this. There's no way in hell I can let him find out about my feelings. I already know he doesn't like me back. He basically treats me like his brother. I don't think that's true. Not to mention we've known each other since we were children. Falling for a friend like that, isn't it weird? No matter what, I can't tell him. If I did, knowing him, he'd probably date me because he can't say no to me. No, he wouldn't go that far, but he'd feel incredibly guilty, wouldn't he? I can't do that to him, it's not fair. He's always been so kind to me, I can't repay his kindness by making him feel bad. The images of Adrian smiling and always helping me out float around in my head. They're sweet memories. Even if he didn't reject me, even if he agreed to date me, do I even deserve him? Fuck! No matter how narcissistic I might be, I can't help but think I absolutely don't deserve that guy. Someone like me who is spoiled like a kid doesn't deserve someone like that. He's always cleaning up after me, taking care of me, dealing with all my whims. He's always one-sidedly spoiling me. He'd be a terrible boyfriend. Dating a guy isn't something I've seriously considered until now, but for some reason, if it's Adrian, it's no problem at all. Because I'm so used to being around him. Because it would be nice to always keep being by his side like this. But I have to stop this before it gets worse. I can't grow even more possessive than I already am. It can't be that hard. I mean, people fall out of love all the time, right? You just have to accept that this is not possible and move on. Yeah. I roll over to lie on my side and curl up, hiding my face in my pillow. As soon as possible. If you give me a job... No. Other way around. If you manage to give me a living standard where I don't have to work and I'd have the time to be streaming the entire day, I would do it. No questions asked. Immediately. Also, hi. How are you? I don't want to move on though. I really don't want to. I want everything to go my way. I want him to be with me. But no matter what, I shouldn't fall for him. Because there's no way it's going to turn out well. After finally acknowledging the thoughts I've been pushing away for so long, my head simply feels blank. Not wanting to think about anything at all, I stay curled up for God knows how long. Without warning, the silence in my room is broken. The door to my room swings open, a familiar set of footsteps entering. Suddenly, someone pokes my head. Stop sleeping, it's noon already. We're cleaning, come downstairs and help. I don't respond to Hazel's voice. Sensing something's wrong, she stops poking me and instead rests her hand on my shoulder. James? Stomachache. I mumble the words into the pillow. It's not an actual lie. My stomach is cramping from the mental discomfort I'm feeling. I'm not in the mood to talk to her. I just want to be alone. As if she's heard my thoughts, Hazel leaves the room without another word. Not too long later, her footsteps return. She places something on my nightstand and pulls the blanket over me. You have to keep warm if you have a stomachache, idiot. Hazel inhales audibly, pauses, and awkwardly mutters a couple of words. Call me if you feel worse. I'm in my room, so I'll hear it. Or send a text. Thanks. Hazel almost flees the room after her rare display of sibling love. Her affection actually leaves me feeling a wee bit better. Look at you being all sweet. Be quiet. I love you too. After falling asleep, I wake up hours later. The tea Hazel brought me is long gone cold, but I drink it anyway while staring out the window. But now, I'm confident that Adrian hasn't noticed anything since I wasn't even aware myself, but now that I know, I'll probably act differently. I'm not sure I can hide it from the guy who, arguably, knows me better than I know myself. What do people usually do to forget someone? In the first place, I was about to search for a date anyway. I'd make progress with the bad and distract myself. That's what people do to get over someone, right? Once I'm over him, I might also be able to not occupy as much of his time anymore, and find someone to date himself if he wants to. He deserves someone who supports him, not someone who causes him trouble all the time. I slip my cheeks so I don't get distracted by gloomy thoughts again. I have to find someone I'm attracted to, that's the first step. Alright, that's what I'll do. I force myself to sound more motivated, pushing all unnecessary feelings into the hindmost corner of my heart. This is probably for the best. I walk downstairs, meeting Hazel in the living room. She looks comically uncertain about how to treat me. I think she's most adorable when she worries about me. She really doesn't know what to do. Thanks for the tea. Okay, great. I saved the screenshot. That was not what I wanted to do. You're welcome. She chokes out the words. Mom steps up behind me, touching my forehead with a worried frown. You two in the same room without fighting? Is it that bad? I literally don't have the energy to make fun of that right now. I'm not denying it. Let me check if you still have some painkillers. I have something against cramps. Hazel should too. No, thanks. Just painkillers, darlings. It doesn't matter for what. No, I mean, I'm fine. It's better. I don't think anyone in the room actually believes me. No stomachache, I promise. But you still look unwell. I am unwell, alright. My parents are suspicious, but I drop the topic when I make it clear I don't want to talk about it. My mind keeps on circling back to everything that has happened lately, replaying it on loop. How do people deal with heartache? I end up looking it up online, scrolling through the suggestions. I choose the one I like best. A bucket of chocolate ice cream later ended up having the stomachache I had lied about. Oh my god, that was a terrible idea. Darling, why would you eat so much ice cream when you have a stomachache? Reasons. Are they good reasons? Honestly, no. I was mentally feeling like shit, now I'm physically feeling like shit too. I know that feeling well. Mom hums, her eyes narrow as she scrutinizes me. Are you about to do something stupid? Mom, I'm not. You say, about to do something very stupid. I've had better days. You and Hazel tend to act rashly when put under pressure. I don't know what is pressuring you, but this appears to be one of those cases. I'm not. Neither. I mean, not under pressure, not about to do something stupid. Looking for someone to date isn't stupid, it's very much normal. As for doing so in order to get over heartbreak, that's still within the range of normal, I'd say. As long as you're safe. How's staying along with ritual goals instead of real ones going? Well, seeing as we're following the route of the brother in this right now, it's going. It's going. Maybe we'll just get along, smash each other. I don't want to see you get hurt, Jace. Please don't act without thinking. I'm not going to, Mom. Someone should have reminded me not to make promises I'm bound not to keep. Plans are one thing, the heart is another. No matter how I try to think positively, my dark thoughts still return. While the thought of not ever dating Adrian is actually acceptable, the thought of him dating someone else is not. Hoping that I will calm down quickly, I directly avoid Adrian for a couple of days. Luckily for me, I get a group assignment that takes up most of my free time. Negative amounts of risk are not working even with ones and zeros. Although I hate avoiding him, it will only be for a short while. Only until I get over it, or at least until I can hide it better. And then he's going to be upset, like why you're suddenly avoiding him. This is not good, Jace. This is exactly what you shouldn't be doing. At the moment I can't. I never hide my mood from people close to me. This won't be easy. Especially because Adrian can read me like a book. Thinking about my precious friend hurts. It's like my mind's throwing a tantrum, not wanting to think about him if I can't have him. Things can't continue like this. Mom is already getting suspicious. I'm not planning on involving my family in my emotional drama. That'll only cause a bigger mess. To clear my mind, I continue to wander around aimlessly. What started as a simple walk ends up taking me all the way into the city. Hearing people talk and laugh together only results in me getting frustrated though. Too many happy people. I should have stayed home and moped this out. Any bad mood passes as long as you wait long enough. Technically, I guess. Just be a psychopath. Please. You guys. Why does everyone always want them to go crazy? Too many happy people. No. Just as I consider turning around and going back home, someone calls out to me. Hey, Jace! Zoe's waving at me from across the street. Seeing no cars nearby, I cross the street. Zoe says a few words to her friends, people I don't know, before turning to me. Hey, going clubbing? Kinda. What about you? You look like you could use a drink. Alcohol, the modern solution to absolutely any problem. Haven't tried that yet. You shouldn't! Applying alcohol as a solution to heartache of all things. Do not fucking do that. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Alcohol solves any problem, even geopolitical. Oh, yeah. Humanity's best friend. I do not condone drinking as an... No. Let's not do that. Let's not. Is that an invitation? Is that an invitation for me to join you? Because honestly, I would. Alcohol sounds great right now. Oh boy. Jace! Seriously? Zoe doesn't seem to have expected me to agree. Even she knows better than to pry right now, though. Let's never let you down, unlike people. Oh! But if it doesn't actually taste good, wouldn't that be letting you down? I mean, if you want to, feel free. I don't think anyone minds. She turns to her friends. Or do you? Her friends are quick to confirm that they're perfectly fine with one more person. One guy even comes over, throwing an arm around my shoulder in an overly friendly manner. The more the merrier, come along! Thanks. Being with others will distract me. Also, it's the perfect time to check if there's anyone who strikes my fancy. If the people I might meet at a nightclub would even be interested in something long-term is a problem I don't even consider. For the moment, my wish is only to take my focus off Adrian. You drink rum because you want to drown your sorrows. I drink rum because of pirate software. Yarr! Mate, hope you enjoy. The music blares loudly. The bass is strong enough to give people heart problems while the lights flicker hypnotically. The later it gets, the more unhinged people become, dancing wildly and downing the alcohol like it's water. We move from place to place until I can neither remember the name of where we are nor how many drinks I've had. I feel myself turn tipsy, but the haze I hope for doesn't come. Are you mixing? I keep myself mostly to the doors and outer areas at the edge of it all, holding my cocktail. Hearing Zoe's voice, I take my attention off the pretty girl that's been talking to me. Every time I see you, you're holding something different. Do you want to get drunk? I sip on my drink. I don't even know what it's called, nor do I register the taste. I don't go drinking often. Gotta enjoy it, right? I smirk at the girl next to me. She giggles cutely.
Cutely.
Hey, great, cheers to that. We tap our glasses together. Zoe tucks me over to her, whispering into my ear. Look, I know it's none of my business, but are you okay? If you keep drinking at this rate, it's not been that long. I've only had... I struggle to remember. Although it feels like alcohol setting in with a delay, the moment I try to remember something, I start to feel the blur. It wasn't much. I'm fine, don't worry, right? You don't look drunk, but you sure sound like it. Do I? I throw the question at my companion, who shakes her head with a grin. He's perfectly sober, because you're also drunk. See, she agrees. I shrug as if to say that since my companion agrees, it must be right. Zoe leaves for somewhere after giving me a skeptical glance. I don't know how much time passes after that. At some point, Minnie, was getting so drunk that she keeps on leaning on me, using the chance to touch my arms or abs. I don't like this at all. A sluggish thought. But people think this is normal, right? Everyone does this. If everyone does this, it's okay. That's not... No! Jess! I lean closer to the girl whose hazy eyes reflect my own, when a strong force drags me away. What? I cough at having my collar constrict around my throat to the pull, disorientedly attempting to figure out who did it. Sorry, he's leaving. Have a good night. What? Aw, stay a bit longer. Something? Sorry. His voice is icy, his jaw tightly clenched. He wraps an arm around me and drags me out of the bar with ease. Cold air feels nice on my warm skin. Dazed, I blink to get my sight to focus again. What are you... Shut up. I do. It's more shock than anything, really. Never once have I heard Adrian use that kind of tone to talk to me, simmering anger, ready to break out. Adrian changes his hold on me to grab my wrist strong enough to hurt. He walks fast enough that I stumble, but doesn't stop for any longer than enough so I can put my jacket on. My tongue feels numb. After his order, I don't dare to talk to him. What's he doing here? I guess Zoe called him. That's my best bet. Why? Why is he angry? Near the exit of the park we are passing through, Adrian stops abruptly. I walk into his back, my nose hurting from the impact. His torso rises and falls with a deep breath. Do you have any idea how worried I was? Huh? I stare at his back. Adrian doesn't turn to me, but he doesn't let go of my wrist either. Hazel called me because Zoe texted her. Why did she do that? Okay, well, close enough. I guess Zoe and Adrian haven't exchanged numbers. She says you've been drinking like there's no tomorrow. You don't even like clubs, let alone drinking with no caution. Stupid from too much alcohol or stupid from confusion, I blurt out part of the truth. I was going to find someone to hook up with, because the bet. The world seems to pause for a moment. Bet? Adrian's voice grows louder and colder. He rolls around facing me. You were going to hook up with someone because of a bet? How drunk are you? Since when do you twist and change your principles like that? Who was it that said that he doesn't like relationships without feelings? That he doesn't want to get physical with someone he doesn't even like? You've always adhered to your principles in this regard, but you ignore them for a stupid bet? Wow, that's the most he said, like, in a row. I pull my head between my shoulders. My head is too slow to come up with an explanation, an answer, anything in response to his words. Maybe I should have let you continue your drunken rampage then, if you thought it was fun. The words drip with mockery. It's not a tone I've ever heard from him. At that moment, I'm overwhelmed with guilt. Guilt that I'm the one who made the gentle Adrian so angry. No. A chunky right of a bridge on a bed. True. Hearing my whispered reply, Adrian steals his face again. He continues pulling me along, though this time I try to keep up the best I can. Adrian only lets me go in front of my door. He doesn't even ask if I have my key, instead taking out the copy that his own family has and unlocking it directly. At this time of the morning, my parents must be asleep. It's silent and dark with no one around. Adrian pushes me into the hallway.
Thank you for the gift, sir. Enjoy.
You do love alcohol. If you want to drown your brain in alcohol or sleep around, go ahead. I won't stop you next time. You're old enough to decide for yourself if that's what you want. Sorry for ruining your plans. Good night. Don't let him go! Don't let him go! The door slammed shut. I stared at blankly, Adrian's last words still registering. I seriously fucked up. The alcohol was making my head dizzy. I sat in the darkness of the hallway for way too long before I snapped out of it. I hurried into the bathroom, splashing my face with cold water and changing out of my clothes. It smelled like cigarette smoke and alcohol. Blech. I had to push away the drunken haze that's setting in, but the shock of what just happened helps. My wallet is almost empty. God, how much did I order? The me in the mirror looks back, swaying around. I blink rapidly in order to focus before I realize it's not my side swaying, but my body. Setting myself on the sink, I close my eyes. I'm glad I get to bed before this gets worse. I'll take care of everything tomorrow. It's arguably the best decision I've made all day. I wake up only a few hours later with a hangover so bad that it's more of a migraine. My stomach is twisting, the light is too bright, and even breathing makes my head thump. Dysfunctional as a squirrel on heavy narcotics. Boy squirrel. I drag myself into a sitting position that causes black spots to dance in front of my eyes. Groaning, I rub my temples. Mom and Dad are gonna snap. As nice as my parents are, they have a bottom line. Drunks and cigarettes are forbidden. They get seriously mad if I started smoking. They don't mind us drinking, but they're always worried we'll get into danger if we get completely drunk, so I've never been more than tipsy. This is a prime example of alcohol messing things up. I hand on my stomach and hoping I won't have to throw up, I force myself to go downstairs. I only manage to stare slowly while keeping a hand on the wall. Mom's glare is colder than ice. She's about as furious as I expected her to be. Morning. I slur the word, my tongue is heavy as lead. Dad closes his newspaper to put it on the table. The sound isn't exactly loud, but it makes me wince anyway. I expected you to sleep until afternoon, considering how late you got home last night. And while I appreciate you not turning on the shower in the early morning, I think you desperately need one. I can smell the alcohol until here. I'm not going to question his words, he's probably right. If only I was sure I could stand without falling over. Honestly, you could also just get a chair in there. You don't necessarily have to be standing to take a shower. I wobble over to the table, meekly sitting down. Ignoring how badly my head hurts when I talk, I turn to Mom. Mom, you can be angry all you want later, but I made Adrian mad and I have to fix that first. Mom doesn't look surprised that I intend to prioritize Adrian. Instead, she twitches, her eyebrows creasing in worry. Alright. Adrian's a good boy. Don't mess things up with him. Our parents totally love him more than you. Go patch up with him. Alright. I'm on my way, jeez. I let my hand fall onto the table. No. I don't know what it's going to take for him to forgive me, but I'll do it. Drink a cup of coffee and eat some breakfast. That should help. But don't think we're done with this yet. We'll talk about this after you've made up with Adrian. Because Mom loves Adrian like a son, she knows how much it would take for him to snap like this. I groan in answer. Damn, you got fucked up, my guy. Knowing I can't have any rest until the matter's settled, I force down a cup of coffee next to my breakfast and something against the headache. About an hour later, I still feel nauseous, but at least I can walk upright. I should take a shower before I go. The cold shower helps alleviate the hangover another bit. It's way too fucking early! Shit, couldn't they have warned me? Although 9 in the morning is an acceptable time for many things, it's not quite an acceptable time for showing up at a friend's place unannounced. Did you not look at your phone like once? Or any clock in the house? Especially not on a Sunday. Pacing up and down in front of Adrian's house like gnawing my lower lip. What am I supposed to do now? Wait? Come back later? Normally I'd leave Adrian a message, but I simply don't dare at the moment. Being left unread would only result in me getting more scared the next time I see him. Wait, left unread. He did fucked up, guys, so just cocktail. Yeah. You can get fucked up on cocktails though. Also, Your poor wallet is gonna get fucked up if you just drink yourself into such a stupor with cocktails of all things. The longer I push this back, the harder it will be to get my ass up. A surprisingly strong feeling of irrational fear is hidden beneath the hangover's nausea and remnant dizziness. Adrian wouldn't ignore me, would he? Having never seen my childhood friend that furious before, I don't know how to deal with it. I have no clue how long it might take him to calm down, nor if he's the type to hold a grudge. Until now, there was nothing to hold a grudge for. What if yesterday was something? What did I even do? The fact that I can fully tell what the issue is doesn't make it any better. Mom and Dad don't want me getting drunk because they're worried I'll get hurt. Wouldn't that be the same for Adrian? But would a friend flip out like this? Minutes pass in which I can't decide on whether to leave or stay. At some point, the front door opens. Good morning. Marianne discreetly checks her wristwatch. I didn't know you were coming over. You could have rang the bell. My tongue ties itself into a knot. Because yesterday, I wanted... Marianne stops me from saying more gobbled nonsense by stepping inside. Go in first. It's cold. I choke at something resembling an okay. You here for Adrian, I assume? He didn't mention you'd come. He doesn't know. I see. Well, it should hardly be an issue. He's already awake. Marianne knocks at Adrian's door without waiting for my response. It opens, revealing my surprised friend. I'm not prepared! Jeez. Adrian's questioning tone wipes all my thoughts clean. It's early. Since when do you wake up at this hour? I flap my mouth like a fish, not getting a single sentence out. I should probably apologize, but apologize for what? Marianne's gaze jumps between the two of us. Oh, should I leave for a while? I'm not entirely sure why she asked that question, but something tells me she's trying to give us some space. I'll admit I don't exactly want to talk within Marianne's earshot. Adrian's eyes roam over my face. He shakes his head and walks towards the door. Not needed. Jace, let's go take a walk. Oh no! Please! Please! Let me in, my guy! Don't! I don't wanna go back out. You look like you could use one. Oh! A little bit of the cold outside helps cool down my overheating brain. I sheepishly smile at Marianne, who curiously watches me trudge after her leaving son. We don't talk. I want to, but don't know where to start. As for Adrian, it's hard to tell whether he's being quiet due to his mood or if it's his usual silence. We can sit down over there. I follow after him, stiffly sitting down. It's a quiet corner, a bit of the main path without anyone else nearby. Go ahead. I wanted to say I'm sorry. I take a deep breath. If I can order my thoughts, I'll just say them all. Speak like true game in the middle of anything green. I'm forced to touch grass 5 days out of 7 a week. Bad that I'll stay home when I don't absolutely have to. I don't know what for. I don't understand why you were so angry, but you never scold me without reason, so it's more likely I made a mistake that I don't realize than you being irrationally angry. I guess I shouldn't have gotten wasted. My parents are mad about that too, although I was still sober enough to think. I wouldn't have gotten into an accident or anything, probably. I mean, I was drunk enough not to care about some girl feeling me up, which is pretty drunk already. I crack a half-hearted joke. So I didn't inherit Mom's alcohol tolerance. Adrian doesn't laugh. Anyway, I don't know what exactly made you so angry, but I seriously can't stand you being mad at me. Please, tell me what I can do. I'm really ready to do anything. Seriously, I'm in panic mode in case you can't tell. I frantically speak without a pause. Towards the end, Adrian's lips form a lopsided smile. There's no need for you to apologize so much. I overreacted yesterday. I shouldn't have scolded you like that in the first place. I don't have the right to. But can you tell me what was wrong? It's not like you drink without control. You don't like loud music and you're not too fond of alcohol. What made you go out drinking? There were reasons. Maybe not the best reasons, but there were reasons at least, if you get what I mean. Fuck it. Can I hide this? No, I can't. I suck at hiding things from Adrian. Especially if it's something that makes me go nuts like this. Hiding it will only make me stress myself out even more. It's not like he'd stop being my friend because of this. Rationality barely wins against the voice in my head that keeps on talking about the unlikely worst case scenario. Yeah, dude, he did things that could put him into a slammer. Oh, he wasn't... Nah, he wasn't that bad. The reason why Adrian always tolerates me is because we're friends. Friends don't just throw each other away. Friends can talk about things. You've got this, Jace. Drowning my worries in alcohol, kinda. Please don't say it was a bad idea, it's just after 9 in the morning and I'm awake even though I got home past 3. The fact that I feel bad enough to stop sleeping is proof that I know how stupid that was. Hangovers aren't helpful for alleviating your worries. What were you so worried about? As far as I know, everything's going alright in your life. You and your family are healthy, your grades are good, you aren't having relationship issues. If there was something that bothered you this much, you could have talked to me. The tension in my body slowly lessens. Adrian has always had a soothing effect on me. I should have talked to him from the start. This whole ordeal didn't need to happen. I brush a hand through my hair, staring at the ground. Adrian waits patiently until I resume talking. I run myself against the wall. I'm always taking up so much of your time without considering your needs. As soon as there's an occasion where you don't have time, I get irritated. I'm basically demanding to get all your attention constantly. It's not healthy for a friendship. You should be able to move around freely without me throwing a fit. Because you were so busy lately, I was annoyed. And you mentioned that your cousin's trying to hook you up with one of her friends, and I thought that I can handle that. You finding a partner, I mean. But the kind of jealousy would only ruin our friendship, so I stupidly thought I could distract myself with alcohol. Don't look at me like that. I already acknowledged it was a ridiculous idea. Despite a skeptically raised eyebrow, Adrian doesn't interrupt. I don't know, I guess I thought that if I got drunk enough I could hook up with some random person and after that I would... Okay, I didn't even think of a positive consequence of that. I was literally only trying to take my mind off you. Because I started liking you God knows when, and realizing that made me jealous, because who knows when you're going to find someone you like. I don't want to share you, not with anyone. But that's something I can't decide. So yeah, that was what caused me to go overboard last night. Please say something. I've been by your side since we were little. We see each other nearly every day. I stay over at your place all the time. Are you sure that you're not misunderstanding? Huh? Friends can be possessive too, is all I'm saying. It's not odd. Oh, no. Look, sometimes I can be slow and oblivious, especially if it's about myself. But I can tell the difference between being interested in someone in a romantic way versus a friendship way. Otherwise, I wouldn't have freaked out so much. Like you said, we've been friends since forever. I know what my feelings were like before, and I know what they're like now. It's not the same. A tinge of doubt remains in his eyes. I'd say it's a surprise. I'd react the same if my childhood friend suddenly said they liked me. I can understand that you don't believe me, but this does hurt a bit. You'll have to forgive me for not daring to hope. Excuse me? Adrian has lost in thought, his gaze wandering. When he comes to a conclusion, his focus returns to me. You didn't know what to apologize for, right? That's because my anger was entirely irrational. The reason why I snapped wasn't simply because you were drunk. I didn't like seeing you drunk, that's true, but I would have not commented on that. The reason was that I couldn't control my jealousy at seeing some stranger cling to you. You were jealous. Yes, because I love you, so seeing you flirt with someone else was unbearable. I hardly registered the second half of the sentence. I'm stuck on love, not even like, but directly love, and from Adrian. The Adrian that I like. You're not gonna pull a love you like a brother on me, right? I mean the romantic type of love. The type of love that includes wanting to be together forever, sharing our lives. But I'm not sure if your type of affection is really the same. Whatever cool wind had been blowing must have stopped abruptly, because my face turns from cold to burning hot in a second. You really like me? I do. Like? As I just said. But since when? Since forever! Dude! Why do you always say you're so charming that it's no surprise if people fall for you. I agree with that statement. That was ridiculous boasting, nothing I meant seriously. Unable to sit calmly anymore, I start fidgeting. He likes me, since a long time even. How come I never noticed? Because you dance as fuck, my guy. You dance as a brick. So, everything's alright. I pointed him, then myself. If you like me and I like you, there's no problem? Whatever worry I had about not deserving Adrian is blown out of the window. I'm simply too happy to hear his confession to care about anything else anymore. There's no way for me to reject it. Adrian smiles wryly, chuckling. I'm not sure if I dare believe you. I know it might sound cruel, but we're so close, yet you never showed any sign of viewing me differently. You never considered me as a potential partner. You sleep on my lap, walk around in just your underwear or hug me, all without thinking I could interpret your actions differently. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing I would wish more for than you telling the truth. I'm simply worried that it's all a misunderstanding, because it will be me who suffers if that's the case. But even if I was hurt, I couldn't bear leaving your sight. I'll continue being your friend no matter what happened. My heart hurts at his words. I know what he's talking about after all. He's right that I never thought of him as a potential boyfriend, but it's only true if you also keep in mind that my definition of keeping him as a friend was different from normal. After all, most people wouldn't expect their friend to be around them forever. I'd even adjust my future as long as it means we can continue living nearby. Even if he started dating someone, I'd demand the same amount of attention I had always gotten. I wouldn't have gone along with his partner. How do I prove that? What's a thing that there's no way I do with a friend? Well, kiss the fucking guy! Jesus, dude! The moment I finish the thought, I already have the pretty obvious answer. I inhale, setting my resolve. My shivering fingers wrap around Adrian's scarf.
Yeah! There we fucking go! Yippee!
I mean, this game features 2 bisexual protagonists. Yeah. If I pull him over, then bend forward. I pull him over, then bend forward to press my lips against his. The heat in my cheek gets worse, which I hadn't expected to be possible.
Yeah.
There we fucking go, finally. Adrian's eyes are wide open in surprise for only a moment, then close. His mouth curves upwards. His lips are softer than I expected, but cold due to the temperature outside. He was still, only leaning a tiny bit forward to return my awkward kiss. I sure wish I had any idea how to kiss someone right. In the end, it's embarrassment that makes me pull away. I'm almost reluctant to break eye contact, but my heart is beating out of my chest. Aiden laughs lightly. The sound makes my ears burn, especially when he strokes a finger over one, brushing my hair away. You're blushing. That's a reasonable reaction considering I just kissed the guy I like. I just did that. Yep, I actually did that, without warning. I ran in my thoughts trying to focus on the situation at hand. And you're blushing too. Because I'm happy. So, you believe me now? I really do like you. I want us to start dating. If someone as stubborn as you actually did this? My fingers are quivering. I keep on holding onto his scarf simply because it helps me keep myself upright. Alright. Adrian approaches close enough that the tips of our noses brush against each other. My view is filled with the sight of his joyfully curved, dark blue eyes. And we'll do that. I wanna run away! Can you not speak in that tone? I lift my hands to cover my ears. That one! If I had to describe it, it would be overflowing with love and affection, which is killing me because Adrian's usual voice is already incredibly attractive. First time in my life I'm into someone's voice. Oh. It's good to know you like me speaking like this. I remember that. There's a rare hint of mischief in his words. You're being evil. Not at all. I only want to find out everything you like. I have to make sure to spoil you so much you'll never leave me. Oh! Oh! I'm normal. I'm so normal. You already kissed the guy. You expect him to not talk like that? Honestly. What? More than you do right now? Because I'm getting more and more useless. Adrian takes my hands off my ears to take them into his own. He wraps his fingers around mine, lovingly holding them. I love you relying on me. In my opinion, the sight of you lazily whining for my help is adorable. I don't want to be adorable, but if he likes it about me, sure. Honestly, I was wondering if I wasn't bothering you by acting like that. Not at all. I enjoy it. But isn't it important for relationships that both sides give equally much? I don't want to botch things from the start. Most important point is to do things that make both sides happy. It would be an issue if you didn't like me doing it, but as long as you don't mind. I'm willing to do all the things I've done. I'd never felt forced. It'd actually be quite sad if you stopped relying on me. Anyway, if I ever feel it's too much, I'll tell you. Please do. I wonder if he's going to let go of my hands at some point. Never! Nah, I'm certainly not planning on being the one to pull them away. Adrian comes close to give me a peck on his cheek that I embarrassedly twitch away from. It's cold outside. Is there still anything you urgently have to talk to me about? Otherwise we could go back. My mother was a little unsettled seeing you visit so early. I hadn't planned on doing that, it's just that I couldn't sleep anymore, so I came by at a ridiculous hour. I immediately missed the warmth around my fingers when Adrian stands up and lets go of them. The bags under your eyes look horrible. You could use a nap. I'll take one later. You can take one at my place if you want to. As you know, I'm a good pillow. For some reason, that was less awkward before we started dating though. One is smart, the other's himbo, and you also abso-fucking-lutely isn't the smart one. No, Jace is not the smart one. Marianne comes over when she hears the door opening. The subtle crease of her eyebrows eases up at the sight of us. Welcome back. Mom, it's no problem if Jay stays over for a while, is it? No, it's fine. Yon and cousin wanted to come over, but I'll tell them to come another time. Fuck yeah! I'm touched when Marianne chooses me over her sister-in-law. Jace, do you want anything for breakfast? I'd be more brunch at this point. I touch my stomach. I'm still bloated from what I've eaten at home. No, thank you. If you get hungry later, let me know. Yeah, we are so back. You just missed us kissing the guy. Finally. Marianne goes back to shuffling around the living room. We head to Adrian's room. Yeah. I throw myself directly into his pillows, enjoying the subtle scent of them. Screw all of this. I like how he smells. It's comforting. The mattress sinks down when Adrian takes a seat at the edge. You're still hungover, aren't you? Go ahead and sleep. Everything else can wait for later. I've had the space next to me. Adrian smiles sweetly, taking his book and making himself comfortable at my side. I'll be reading while you rest. I watch Adrian through half-closed eyes. Soon his eyes are glued to the book, completely immersed in it. I can guess the current mood of the part he's reading by his expression, which changes constantly. Accompanied by the rustling of the pages, his slow and steady breathing lulls me to sleep. Life is cruel.
Life is pain.
Adrian makes it very obvious that he's planning on spoiling me until I'm rotten to the core. When I groan at his gentle attempts to wake me up, he tucks me into his arms and into a sitting position. By the time the grogginess vanishes, I'm snugly fit in his embrace despite being as tall as he is. It's like I'm waking up Sina by picking her up. She also makes tiny noises when I do. I did not make tiny noises, I think. I rub my eyes getting off his lap. It's my phone. I forgot to contact Mom and Dad. That shouldn't be a problem. I heard Mom called them. Oh, that's good. They're still mad because I got wasted. They only postponed my scolding because I wanted to make up with you first. We certainly made up. You could also make out! That reminds me though, are you okay with me telling them about us? I should be the one to ask that. I'm fine with anything.
Anything, he says.
Adrian's returned to his former calmness, only with more smiles. He seems completely relaxed. In that case, we can tell them. I don't want to hide it. They'd be upset if we did. If I even could hide it at all. I have a feeling I'd be painfully obvious. Adrian hands me my phone. I check my messages, finding one from my mom asking if everything turned out alright. I send her a thumbs up back. Are your parents going to mine? Because mine won't for sure. Mom is going to make you move in when I tell her. Hazel will be pissed she lost a bed, but I don't care about that. My mom knows I like you. It's one of the main reasons why I always hid my phone from you. She tends to send me teasing messages. Seriously? Yes, it happens regularly. Like I said, they have a bet going. I can't imagine Marianne teasing Adrian. And your dad? Oh, maybe not. I don't think he knows, but he likes you a lot. He often mentioned he's relieved that you're my friend. He thinks our relationship is good for me. Okay, that's good to know. My stomach rumbles loudly, causes Adrian to rub my hand as he often does. Lunch? Is it late enough for lunch? Who the fuck cares? Just get food, whatever time it is. Who cares? You slept 2 hours. It's an early lunch, but lunch nonetheless. If your mom doesn't mind. I doubt it. But Jace, your parents contacted me and I told them you're here with Adrian. I hope that was alright. Yes, thanks. I forgot to contact them. You'd think they'd not worry as much considering I'm in my 20s now, but I guess they were nervous because of my hangover. I like that he says in his 20s. He's exactly 20. Or maybe 21, something along those lines. 20 or 21, like exactly. Like, in your 20s. But I thought I might have messed things up even worse with Adrian. The finger brushes against my cheek. You have a mark from the pillow on your cheek. I quickly cover it. Great. Although the interaction wasn't too different, Marianne immediately reacts to it by staring. Alright, if this was a comic, Adrian would probably be spewing hearts everywhere. It must be obvious. Adrian doesn't keep it a secret either. Jason and I are dating now. Like, we started dating 2 hours ago. Boom! Congratulations! Finally. I heard that. Jace, please know that both David and I are fully supportive of you two. We believe in Adrian's choices anyway, but even more so if it's you.
Congratulations!
You're gonna go over. Be gay and do crime.
Exactly. Be gay. Do crime.
It's a bit unfortunate that your room is on the ground floor, though. Well, nothing to be done about that. We'll simply inform you when we leave the house and when we plan to return. I'm too dumbfounded to react to Marianne casually planning on how to deal with situations that really aren't going to happen that soon. I should appreciate her considering it. My parents would run right into my room no matter if my boyfriend is around or not. But still, this is a bit early, isn't it? Thanks? Putting that aside, Mom, can we eat lunch earlier? Of course. What would you like, Jace? As it turns out, Adrian's talent for spoiling me the deadpan phase runs in the family. Marianne has always been kind to me, but today she's treating me like the most precious guest. She's relieved that you agreed to date me. It's good to have her support. Both of our families' support, I mean. Or do I still have to tell mine? Can you come along for that? Just because once I say it, Mom will want to see you anyway. We can go over to your place for dinner. I'll stay overnight. Sure. Thank you in advance for waking me up tomorrow. You're welcome. The fact that, in a way, nothing has changed between us is a relief. Adrian isn't going to change the habits we developed over the years. On the way to my place, though, he holds my hand as we walk. Mom spots it in an instant. As expected, she more or less completely hands me over to him. She also insists to stay tonight, or rather, stay for as long as you like. My room, she says, has enough space for the both of us. I certainly don't complain about it, and neither does Adrian. Why is the ending so abrupt though? Boom! You're now dating the guy. The end. Avoid toxic religions. Yeah. Yeah.
Hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
Alright. Now we smooch all the time? No. Now we go for the dramatic ending. Sexy end. Now, this game is PG. I guess. G12. Where is it? Does this game... Wait, does it have a thing going for it anyway? Doesn't actually say. But there's no adult content. Anyway, I think the save was right? Adrian? I guess I should have just... Ah, there we go. Are you hiding stuff on your phone? What is it with your phone that makes you so nervous when I look at it? You were writing a message to your parents, right? Adrian purses his lips. My parents write embarrassing messages, and I want to show it. Seriously? Because you know what my parents are like? They do absolutely everything that could be embarrassing for a child. Yes, but... He puts his phone away, stiffly staring out of the window on the other side. I might be imagining it, but for a short moment his ears almost look red. I'd still prefer you not reading them. Oh, okay, I won't. If it bothers him that much, I won't insist. Although I can't imagine your parents teasing you over text. They're rather serious people after all. It all depends on the topic. Now that we know that his mom apparently teases him. That's funny. Adrian's scrunched up face does make me curious, but I don't ask, instead laughing at him. There we go. Okay, this is different. Obviously I won't ignore a challenge. I'll get everyone. Hazel's quite a completionist when it comes to dating sims, so we do play through pretty much every route. But there's people who don't play every single route in a dating game? What? Obviously I want to see everything that's in a game. It's so easy it's boring. At least the hidden unlockable character is more challenging every once in a while. Adrian lifts a brow at me. I have a feeling he's noticed I'm talking around the subject, but it can't be helped. I don't really want to talk about my type right now. Play only the ones you like and stick with them, dang it. What do you mean? Obviously you read every... How do you know if you won't like someone? Until you've actually played their route. You try every route in VNs when you played them. Yeah. Every route. All the time. You believe in route monogamy. What? Yeah. I need to see everything a game has to offer. What the heck? If I asked really nicely, could I get a massage? A massage? Sure. Adrian starts pressing the fingers on his left hand around my knee and those of the right hand on my bruise. I take it back. I'm sorry. Adrian's hands return to where they were before and I exhale in relief. You didn't just play the saber rune Fate tonight. I have not read Fate. So, Actually read Clan if you haven't hooked up with everyone. Yeah, I read every route in Clanet and the side stories. The only thing I haven't done is play the Tomoyo extra game. Yeah, I only ever do a single route in a game, but you're so bad in doing the ending you created. Oh, interesting. No. Listen, I pay so much money for a game that has several routes. I'm going to go for all of those routes to have. Did not expect the game to be... No, I mean Fate started off as a needle, okay? You're not going to continue playing? Okay. You're my precious friend. I'm making an assumption since it's you. You're my precious friend, obviously. Wait, am I acting too much like I'm your kid? I'm used to it already. It's funny, when we were younger, you were the one who liked to act all mature. You're always taking care of me. Now it's the other way around. His smile looks pleased. It's an expression that makes him look younger. Maybe I'm the dad and you're just a filial son repaying me. He presses his hand a bit hard on my leg, but I end up laughing despite the pain. How's like people gonna get into it? Tsukihime. I don't know, I haven't read Tsukihime either. Wasn't Tsukihime first though? Wasn't it Tsukihime first and then Fate? Ask for a good morning kiss, hello? I can't wake up under these terrible circumstances. I demand breakfast with coffee to be brought to my bed and a good morning kiss. Adrian stops folding the blanket and leans forward. I can't see his face, but I can tell he's looming over me like a character from a horror movie. Are you sure that's what you want to ask for? His voice sounds oddly dangerous, making me shudder. Hey, take it back? The looming shadow over me vanishes. Good. Hey, but what would have happened if I had said yes there? I deliberate the issue for 2 seconds before deciding it's a stupid thing to wonder about. Adrian begins to tug at my pillow as if to remind me to stand up. I groan in annoyance.
Where's my good morning kiss? Where is it?
Tsukimo's first. Ah, okay. I mean, even if it had an anime adaptation in the early 2000s, most visual novel anime adaptations are not that good. Especially ones that adapt a thing that has several roots going for it. Because lots of times they will be like, oh no, we will not. Like, on one hand, they can't fit every single route, but on the other hand, they never want to, like, go for only one specific character because, oh no, what if we lose, like, everyone who was interested in another character? And then you get adaptations that just suck. Fingerprint isn't real. Ah, I see. Just like how I pretend that Umineko had never got an anime. Despite how much I love Umineko. Whoa! You never finished the game. You remember sewing, reading instructions, and still expect hours for better moves. That's probably my assumption. Give a brother a better warning. Yeah, give me a better warning next time. The first part of your message I just saw was fucking fluids and hella cock. Like, hello? Warn a guy, please. Umineko had anime? Yeah. Umineko has an anime that the only good part about it is songs. Music, lovely. Obviously, voice acting, lovely. Adapting a story, the length of Umineko, bad. So bad. This is where the banana thing. There's a normal friend. Chris' mom's breathing out through my nose in annoyance. Cameron smirks and taps my arm with his index finger. Why so defensive? I only asked a question. This is simply a comfortable position for my arms. Do you not randomly cross them? It has nothing to do with being defensive. Whatever you say, darling. If it's only a normal friend, how about spending some time with me instead? Nope. And besides, why do you care so much who I'm about to meet? Blah 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 blah. We as witch and venture beer protagonists, it'll be hard to do. Listen, I love them. I love them. School days, never seen. Don't think I will at this point. Honestly, Cameron is growing on me. Every single time he shows up, I'm like, damn, I guess I am starting to like him. Clean up for you. Yeah. I know squint as if he actually has some dirt on his face. Hold still, I'll wipe it away. He stops moving as I reach over. And now! Ooh! At first I act as if I'm actually wiping something from his cheek, but then I squeeze and pull at it. He makes a noise and grabs my wrist while I chuckle. I should have known. If some reason your mom or dad says if you have something on your face, you should always check it yourself. They're either pranking you or taking advantage of you. Taking advantage of me? I'm pretty sure there are more than a few people around who'd love to get close to you. I use my other hand to squeeze his other cheek. His skin feels nice, so it's fun. Adrian reacts the same way as before by gripping my wrist. The only person who's tried to grope me so far is you. It's baby for when you grope me. Oh my god, this sounds... Behind us, someone breaks into cups. A girl who was just packing up her things flushes and hurries away. You know, if you were two girls, no one would bat an eye at this conversation. It's discrimination. Everyone assumes only girls can be close. Adrian sighs, letting go of my hands. Yeah. No! Ay. As long as you all keep your socks on, it's fine. An Americano, please. Huh? Since when do you drink those? I'm just in the mood today. Finally, look at the prices. Seems the Americano is cheaper. Is he seriously worried about that little bit of money? Make my order. It's your turn. I glare at him for a moment before I think about what I want. Ah, damn it. Let's see. Going storm whenever the guys call. No! Jesus Christ. Listen. You all, let's go back. Let's go back to just enjoying these two guys trying and failing very hard at being true to themselves, okay? I've no complaints, I can go ahead and adopt him. Marianne breaks out into soft laughter that she has to stifle with her hands. A bit confused, I tilt my head. Did I say something funny? Don't mind me. I'd adopt you too. Thanks. Poor Adrian. Your dad, your mother likes me. I know. She makes that clear to me often enough. There's a subtle hint of something in Adrian's voice, but I can't quite place it. Marianne starts the car. I see her gentle smile reflected on the front window. I'm glad we get to have you over again. Yep, because this... I'm free to say whatever I want here. I'm gonna ask about the bet this time. I didn't ask last time. You're betting on something? Oh, never mind. Oh, right, never mind. I asked about it the last time as well. I'm stupid. We're in! The mother likes us, yeah. The parents, Oh no, go home. I think I should go home. Then I'll accompany you. That's fine. I'll just feel bad if you do that. I look into his determined eyes, hoping to find a compromise. Halfway? Accepted. Before we head downstairs, Adrian makes sure I've got the notes I needed and grabs his key from the table. We walk to the door and I throw on my jacket while Adrian puts on his coat. I wave at Marianne and David who are sitting on the sofa. Thanks again for the meal. You leaving? Want me to drive you home? I'll walk. It's okay. I'll go halfway with him. That's a good idea. Get home safely, Jace. Yep. Goodbye. We leave and the cold air hits me right in the face. I shiver. Winter nights are nice, but they're freaking cold. It's not quite winter yet. No, it's the end of August. It's cold. It's winter. Your logic is irrefutable. I answer with a soft laugh. You really don't need to walk me home. Nothing will happen. It's better to be safe than sorry. This is a safe neighborhood. Just let me do this. It gives me peace of mind. I give in to his scrunched eyebrows. I mean, you're here right now. Not like I didn't let you come along. It feels so natural to walk around with him that it's almost weird to walk on my own. Think of it as making sure you won't be too bored. I just have listened to music as I do once you turn back. Not very interesting, true. I don't have gloves with me, so my fingers are starting to get cold. I hold them in front of my mouth, trying to warm them with my breath. Because it's so quiet, I can hear Adrian inhale as if he wants to say something. He holds it for a second, then exhales without speaking. He shoves his hands into the pockets of his coat. I do the same, hoping my fingers will warm up. I should remember to bring my gloves next time. I don't like wearing them, but it's better to have them in situations like this. Adrian sighs deeply. Something wrong? No, my fingers are cold, that's all. I can relate to that. He grimaces for a moment. Cold hands are one of the most annoying parts of winter if you ask me. I agree. I quicken my pace to get back home faster. That way Adrian can also return as quickly as possible. In the end, he insists on walking a bit further than halfway before I finally manage to convince him to go back. You could have held hands! I'm not grumpy, why would I be? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because that's your best friend and he's paying attention to Stephanie instead of you? She deserves a good boyfriend, he deserves a good girlfriend. If they're interested in each other, which they might not even be, I'm happy for them. Ask Adrian for his coat as a pillow. No! I hate having to take different options. This is what I get for taking the I mean, they're both good endings in that sense. This one's just more dramatic. Adrian. Yes. Can I have your coat? Adrian puts his book away and pulls my jacket off me. My coat makes a better blanket. I wait, confused, while he covers me with his coat. He crumbles up my jacket into a makeshift pillow, lifting my head up to push it under my neck. I fidget for a moment, making myself comfortable. What great service. Thanks. He hums, picking his book back up. I close my eyes and doze off in a much better mood than before. This is exactly what everyone misunderstands. Yep. Blah, 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 blah. You going to sleep before 2 AM seems like a good idea? Okay! Also, thank you for the follow. Get some rest. Wait, what's the question? Oh yeah, this is why he pets him. At this point, I'm long used to you patting my head. This wasn't any different. It did feel different considering it was more like stroking than patting, but I'm not planning on telling him that. I hope I'm not blushing. That would make this embarrassing. So you admit you're used to Adrian treating you like a child. He doesn't do that, right? I don't. See, he's just petting my head because my hair is soft. Probably. Wait, that kind of doesn't make it better. Anyway, don't worry about it. I know you were distracted. Adrian breathes a sigh of relief. Ooh, that's a lot of... Wow! And we're at the part where we started today, but this time around we're going for dramatic. It's fine. It's a sacrifice I have to do if I want to eat popcorn during a horror movie. Alright. Adrian doesn't try to convince me and simply accepts the rejection. I look over to him, but he's already occupied with reading some more posters. Anything interesting? Ask. What are you thinking about to look so solemn? He flinches. Nothing. His troubled expression is wiped away without a trace, replaced by his usual stoic face. Something wrong. You can tell me, you know. It's fine. Alright, if you change your mind, I'm here to listen. It's rare for you to be so troubled about something that shows. It's not exactly something that I can change, so... I'm tempted to pry, but he already gave me his answer. He obviously doesn't want to talk about it, so I won't push. I'm sure the movie will take your mind off it. Excitement slowly starts to blah 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 blah. That's the same. Let's look at the other thing then. Paisley says she wanted to bake without Mom's help. She gets sugar and salt mixed up or something. Ooh. Yes, you were constantly distracting her so she wasn't double checking the ingredients. She was so proud when they were done. You ate it so seriously that I didn't even notice something was wrong with them until you turned pale. You couldn't refuse when she was so proud of herself. You could have said something. Like, you added too much salt, or they taste terrible, don't eat them. I think I spit them out after the first bite. Hazel was so pissed. You made fun of her for the mistake. What I made fun of the most was your face. You were trying your hardest to sound nice, but you kept on coughing and pursing your lips while talking. It's a fond memory. Mom wasn't too happy about us messing around in the kitchen though. Oh, that is a way shorter scene than the other one, huh? Interesting. Why would he not want me around? Well, only one way to find out. Sure, I've got some time. Awesome! The girl more or less drags me back to my table to sit. Adrian sighs, seemingly a bit conflicted. He trails after her, holding his mocha, then sits down beside me. I feel so guilty seeing him look like that. It's too late for me to leave now, though. Okay. It's good. The voice in my head lacks any sort of conviction. I do want that, don't I? Adrian won't be as tired anymore, he'll have time for me again. I can't tell why, but for some reason I'm not pleased with that at all. What would I even want to change? Isn't it fine the way it is? Having stood around like an idiot for long enough, I resume walking. Mentally, my mind keeps on going over the same question again and again. Isn't it fine the way it is? No, it's not. It's not. Stay silent. I can't hold his gaze. Resigned, I end up looking away. Dad sighs softly and then pats my shoulder. It feels weirdly reassuring. Don't look like that. All I want is for you to acknowledge the problem so that you can do something about it. The only one that's the best for you. Me. And then we go drinking anyway. Is that an invitation for me to join you? Okay, so we still fight. We still have to fight. Can't get a break just yet. Hazel hears me enter my room and storms inside right after me. Her shoulders sink visibly in relief when she sees me. You're back. Yes. Hazel scoffs. Her eyes roam over me, especially focused on my face. You reek of alcohol and cigarette smoke. Go take a shower. I nod, not fighting her. My compliance unsettles Hazel, her forehead creases. Zoe texted me. How much did you drink? You're not going to fall over in the shower, right? I'm not going to pull you out if you do. Not getting any reaction from me, Hazel changes the topic. Oh, Adrian had to fetch you even though it's so late. He might be a saint, but even he would get annoyed in a situation like this. There's a lot I could say to that. For starters, I didn't even ask him to come, you did. And you didn't have to freak out just because I was drinking a little too much. And none of this is even you or Adrian's business in the first place. So that something else comes out of my mouth. I know. Know what? He's mad. She scoffs again. I don't meet her eyes, but I still notice her stiffen when I don't crack a joke. He's actually angry? Yes. I made him really, really mad. Don't be ridiculous, it's Adrian. This time I lift my hand. She holds my gaze, slightly biting her lip. If he's angry, it's probably temporary. You know him, he can't be mad at you. I'm not even sure what he's mad about exactly, so I wouldn't say that. Because I broke my principles? Is that the only reason? My head is starting to hurt. How late is it? 3 in the morning. You always here looking, haha! Well, good evening. Hope you've been enjoying your time. I don't think I can take a shower without making Mom and Dad up. At least wash your face, maybe drink some water. I walk off, grumbling a reply. After changing clothes, I take a second to check my wallet. Even if Adrian hadn't dragged me out, I'd be out of money soon. The realization of how much exactly I must have drunk to waste all the money in my wallet is shocking. Troubled, I put it away and crawl under my bedsheets. Now that I'm lying down to rest, all the alcohol sets in. I feel sick. I hope I don't get too bad of a hangover. I do. I'm pretty sure this is punishment. Mom and Dad have always warned us to consume in moderation. They're against drugs and cigarettes, always telling us to keep away from them. As for alcohol, while they don't mind us drinking, they don't want us to get wasted. Too many dangers when you're so drunk you lose your brain, they always said. If I had Mom's tolerance, this wouldn't be an issue. Hi! Mom doesn't say a single thing. She only puts down my breakfast with a dark expression, walking right out again. Right. Even my parents are mad at me. Although they don't know how much alcohol I've consumed, they're not blind. My hangover is obvious. Hazel struts into my room, starting up my TV and console. Serves you right. It's so loud. I groan, hiding my face in my pillow. I know Mom isn't happy that I lost control like that. But what am I supposed to say? I wanted to drown my heartache and distract myself, otherwise I wouldn't have done it? Have you contacted Adrian yet? I pulled a blanket over my body, burying myself under it. You're not waiting for him to come to you, are you? I don't think he wants to talk to me right now. How would you know if you haven't tried? Hazel attempts to take the blanket away from me, but I hold it in place. It's the easiest way to hide my expression. What if he doesn't accept my apology? I've never seen him this angry before. Never. Even that time with the thief, he wasn't as angry as he is now. I know I didn't act like myself last night. Getting wasted is never a good idea anyway. But I can't explain everything to him, and with a half-assed explanation apology, wouldn't I only make him angrier? Howard! None of your business! Hazel leaves with an annoyed hum. Finally, it's quiet. My heart throbs with every breath I take. Speaking is too much. I'll never drink this much again. When my headache lightens slightly, I try to come up with a solution for my issue with Adrian. I should wait until he's calmed down, but how will I know? Can I tell if I see him? God, we have classes together. There's no way I can talk to him tomorrow already. I'm not mentally prepared. What if he ignores me? You're such a drama queen. As if you wouldn't freak out if it was you. There. I appreciate the bad attempt at cheering me up. The mere thought that Adrian might ignore me in a fit of anger is enough to make my heart hurt more than my hand. That's it. I'm not going to college tomorrow. The next day I should be able to think of a better way to handle this. Never making up with Adrian isn't an option. It already wasn't an option when I thought of him as just a friend, let alone now that I've realized the full extent of my feelings. I should sleep a bit to get rid of this hangover. It takes hours for the headache to go away. Once I consider going downstairs, but I stop at the door. You're going to ask what happened if Mom even acknowledges me at all. Hazel will continue insisting that I have to make up with Adrian. I don't want to deal with that. Since I'm not too hungry anyway, I decide to not leave my room. Sometime in the evening, Dad comes in bringing me dinner. I wince under his glare. Thanks. Your mother's not amused. Neither am I. I already know that. I won't do it again, I promise. I trust you to keep that promise. I know you've been troubled recently, so I'm assuming it has to do with last night. Yes. I'm meekly not confirming Dad's guess. I hope you learn to deal with your issues in a better way. Trying. Are you going to come downstairs? No, I'll watch a movie. Up to you. Dad might forgive me, but I'm not ready to face Mom's judging gaze right now. Once in a while when I pause the movie, I hear them chat downstairs. I have to think of something. Morning comes again, whether I wanted to or not. I go on a strike as planned. Not even Mom can convince me to go to college. I stay holed up inside my room, binge watching movies and playing some games. I know I'm only avoiding the inevitable, but at the moment I couldn't care less. It's easier than facing the possibility of Adrian not having forgiven me. Think of something soon. Wow, you're wearing a different shirt! Sometime in the afternoon, someone slowly knocks at my door. I jolt. My parents aren't around for sure, and even if Hazel had already returned, she never knocks. But there's someone who, technically, can come and go as he pleases. Someone who's also polite enough to knock, and someone who is apparently going to come to you. This man is too good for you. My brain short-circuiting, I rush to lock the door. Oh my god. I wouldn't come inside if you don't want me to, but if you feel better locking the door. Adrian dryly comments on my rather ridiculous action. You didn't come to class. Do you still have a hangover? Questioning tone makes me nervous. I knew it. He's still annoyed, isn't he? Adrian audibly exhales. Is there a reason why you're ignoring me? I'm sorry. My voice grows quiet. On the other side of the door, Adrian is silent. You're mixing things up. I should be the one to apologize. It's not like I have the right to control what you do. I overreacted. You're not pissed anymore? Me? Chase, can you please let me inside? I hesitantly unlock the door and take a step back. Adrian enters, walking past me and sitting down on the bed as he usually does. I carefully watch his expression. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. I was worried, Chase, not angry. I'd say my anger stemmed from my worry. All I heard was that you were getting wasted without any consideration for your safety. You were never the type to do that sort of thing, so of course I freaked out. Also, Adrian stops himself. He shakes his head softly. Anyway, I'm not mad. Not anymore. I sit down next to him, slumping forward and burying my face in my hands. Thank God. I was really nervous. I thought you wouldn't forgive me. I mean, you were furious, or at least it looked that way. The thought that Adrian might be unhappy with me is way worse than my parents being pissed at me. Can't stand it. I was. It's Adrian's turn to look conflicted. He presses his lips together, eyes moving away. I was angry for a moment after seeing you, because of that girl. Hi, Room. Thank you for the short hair. Girl? Oh, right. There was someone, I think. I don't even remember her name anymore. Because I broke my principles, right? That's what he said. In a way. For the most part, though, I was spotted seeing her cling to you. If it was someone you liked, I could endure it, but if it's someone you don't even know, I don't like seeing that. Endure? Did he say endure? I hate saying that word. The more often I say it, the worse it sounds. At this point, I have a good guess as to why he was truly angry, but it's also too ridiculous for me to believe it. You? An exhausted, self-deprecating smile appears on his face. I'm not sure if you're too dense, or I'm simply too far out of your scope for consideration. You're always praising me, saying that it's no surprise for people to be interested in me, but I'm clearly not good enough for you to look at me. Or I friends on myself, what they call it, right? You like me? I do. My heartbeat starts running away. Since when? Oh, years. It's been a while now. I can't even say how long. The laugh that follows his confession sounds sad. Not that I ever thought about acting on it. I know you only think of me as a friend. I didn't want to mess up our friendship. I thought I wouldn't have a problem with you finding someone you like one day. When I saw that girl clinging to you, I guess I overestimated myself. Breathing is hard when all you want to do is giddily giggle or squeak. I keep the sounds down with sheer will, swallowing heavily. My thoughts go on a rampage. Between the shock, joy, confusion, nervosity, and embarrassment, I blurt out a single thing. You can't. You can't like me? It would be terrible for you to date me. You've spoiled me so much I'd only get worse if you dated me. You'd be in so much trouble constantly running after me, even more than you do now. Also, I'm super possessive. That's not a good base for a relationship. You seriously deserve something better. Adrian tilts his head. His gaze is focused on me, suspicious. Say, I might be misinterpreting you, but it sounds as if you like me and want to date me, but don't think you're the right one for me. I lower my head between my shoulders of being called out. Do you? Adrian leans closer. There's a hint of expectation in his beautiful blue eyes. I see looking at me. He's not allowed to look at me like that. Screw that handsome face. Jace. The same sugar-sweet tone I've heard before, sweet enough to make my face flush in embarrassment. If something gives me the last hit, it's a smile. Do you? I take a deep breath. Okay, get this over with. Just get it out and be done with it. Do. That I'm not going to date you, because if I did, I'd only get worse. You know me. Adrian doesn't look convinced. Instead, he grabs my hand, holding onto my fingers. I stare down at our hands, a bit dazed. He's got pretty hands. Am I supposed to have pretty hands? I don't think my hands are pretty. They're married now. Yeah, they haven't even started dating yet. They're already married. I like spoiling you. You say it like it's a terrible thing, but have you considered I enjoy knowing how much you trust me? Huh? I'm always the first person you think to contact. I'm always the one you call when you want to go out. I spoil you. In return, I get to enjoy you leaning on me. Taking naps on my shoulders, relaxing around me. Why do you think that I'm suffering when you do that? You say you're possessive. I don't think I've ever said I have something against that. Excuse me? You're not annoyed that you have to clean up after me all the time? No, it's cute. You say that now! It's not a problem that I get so hyperactive sometimes. Wouldn't you like someone calmer? I could use being a bit more active. It's good for us to influence each other for the better. What about how I'm always the one deciding what we do? You never do anything I dislike. I Otherwise we go swimming often since you quite like it. I stick to you like glue. Why would I mind that when I like you? That's so... Oh, when being at your side is what makes me happiest. I love you, Jace. I wouldn't say it as if it was a fleeting feeling. I've been at your side for years watching you. I know what you are like and I love every inch of you. Even the dad jokes, your grumpy mood in the morning and your inability to cook. There's nothing about you that I'd change. A high-pitched squeak occupies my thoughts. According to the temperature of my face, I must be red to the ears. Holy fucking... After hearing all this, are you still going to reject me? Adrian's fingers hook around mine. He tugs at them softly. Can't you give it a try? For me? It's impossible to say no. You're not being fair. How am I supposed to continue rejecting you? Not like I want to in the first place, and after a confession like that? If being unfair makes you agree to give it a try. Someone please forbid him from smiling. I helplessly try to keep my wits together. It's hard when my mind is occupied by the sound of that charming voice and his ridiculously attractive face. But you have to promise me that if I do something that bothers you, you'll tell me. I will. In that case, you'll agree. Then we're a couple now. Odin pulls me into a gentle hug. He rubs my head again as he does so often, but this time it makes my scalp tingle. But I can stop being so nervous now. Nothing much will change. You'll hardly notice. I want to deny the statement, but then I remember our usual interactions. Well, we've always been pretty close. Maybe it won't be as different as I think. As if to prove my own thoughts, I only realized the trail of soft kisses Adrian's been leaving in my hair seconds after he started. They're so light that I can barely feel them, but somehow overflowing with affection. I don't stop them. Just saying. Adrian leans back, eyeing me with amusement. He chuckles lightly. We'll continue going to the cinema, I'll continue waking you up in the morning and all that. I'll still be your best friend. But from now on, I'll be your boyfriend as well. Feels weird to think of you like that. You got used to it in no time. Hazel will never let me live down dating you. She'd say I'm only doing it to win the bet. Not bad again. What is it about anyway? God. Okay, this is embarrassing. Hazel and I made a bet about who manages to find a partner first before Christmas. That's why I was kind of looking around. See. Adrian helps. It tickles. Good thing I was quick enough then. I remember when Hazel almost told Adrian about the bet. At the time I'd awkwardly avoided the topic. Wait, wasn't it around the time she started saying Adrian has a crush on someone? Something about a photo. Had she really been lying about that? Say, Adrian, do you have a photo of me on your phone? I have loads. You take photos of me using my phone all the time. No, I mean the kind of photo where someone would see it and think you have a crush on me. The fingers of my head freeze. You have one? Why do you ask? Because Hazel was saying something about it. She said she saw you looking at it. I wouldn't have looked at it with you around. When was it? That time when you left your phone downstairs and she came up without food? Do you remember? I do. How odd. Adrian thoughtfully hums. Suddenly he exclaims with a small O. Mom knows that I like you. She sometimes sends me messages teasing me and they show up on the screen. She might have seen that. Saying something about a photo could have been a lie. Although I'm not sure why she'd lie about that. I have a feeling it's because she wanted to round me up. Back to the photo. What kind of photo is it? It's nothing odd. Then you can show me. Adrian is obviously unwilling, but I hit his arm. Show me, show me, show me! Fine. He gives in. I turn around, but don't leave the arms that he wraps. I turn around, but don't leave the arms that he wraps around my waist. Comfortable right where I am, I take his phone from him. It's a photo of me sleeping rolled up. It's not perverted, but it's not exactly the kind of photo you'd keep of a friend. Okay, that's acceptable. Not as bad as I thought. I snapped it without thinking. I did not think you'd allow me to keep it if you knew, so I made sure you wouldn't find out. After all, I didn't think you ever agreed to date me. You would have never confessed to me? No. It was too like you that you'd reject me. I wasn't going to take the risk. You had the same thought process, huh? When I noticed that I had a crush on you, I panicked. I thought that you as my childhood friend would never be interested in me. That and the fact that I'm still not sure if I deserve you. That's so funny to me, though. I don't think I have anything on my phone that where I would be like, oh no, I cannot show this off, or no one else is allowed to see my phone ever.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
For someone with so much narcissism, you can be surprisingly insecure about yourself. Don't worry, you're perfect for me. Adrian rubs his cheek against mine. I more or less melt into his embrace, much too comfortable to leave it. No resistance against him at all. I think a boyfriend isn't something I imagined before, but if it's Adrian, I don't feel worried at all. Now I don't have to worry that we'll drift apart if he starts dating someone else either. Wow, this is working out pretty well. Going to class tomorrow, right? Yeah, I only stayed away because I was too nervous about seeing you.
Doing good?
I'm good. I'm sleepy though. I think I'm gonna end after we finish this route, which should happen any second now. Well, like someone going through my phone. I mean, yeah. What I don't understand is when people put like pictures as their lock screens or backgrounds that they then don't want other people to see, because it's like, I mean, if it's your lock screen, it's gonna show up like when you get a message or whatever. Your phone lying around. That's kind of unavoidable. That's good. In that case, I'll stay over. We got the first class together anyway. Sure. To be honest, I prefer you waking me up to an alarm clock. It's so much more comfortable. I'll wake you up with breakfast and a good morning kiss. Ah! You still remember me saying that? Of course I do. That's quite a tempting offer to take. Embarrassed, I don't respond. I move a bit in Adrian's arms and he loosens his arms. I'll get us some snacks. Adrian is kind enough not to mention that I need an excuse to run away for a moment. To cool my head, seriously? I won't say no. Adrian stops hugging me so I can quickly go downstairs. When I come back up, we spend time playing games together until evening. The atmosphere is weirdly sweet, at least half of it contributed by me constantly grinning.
We gotta get us soon, so we love you more. Ah, thank you. Me too.
I also love it quite a lot. At some point, Adrian comments that it's getting rude for him to stay in my room when he's heard Mom coming home. I agree reluctantly, walking downstairs with him. Look who's alive again! My mom peeks out of the kitchen, decisively ignoring me for the moment. Adrian, how nice to have you here. Oh, they moved. Oh, I'm assuming they're gonna put like all 4 sprites on it because they're suddenly smaller. Good evening. Adrian smiles at Mom, who's immediately smitten. Can I make you some tea or a snack? Black tea would be nice, thank you very much. Just a moment. Mom skips into the kitchen, delighted to have Adrian around. As long as her mood is better. You made up? Yep. I laugh sheepishly. I do want to tell my family that I've started dating Adrian. I don't want to hide it, but telling Hazel feels odd. She's so gonna complain about me winning the bet. And I have to endure her going, I knew it. In the past years, there were a couple times when Hazel commented that the two of us look more like a couple than friends. Why are you staring at me? Hiding it will make it worse. You knew Adrian likes me, right? The sound of tableware being moved in the kitchen stops abruptly. He told you? Indeed. I can't believe you made me stalk him. You stalked me. You didn't say that just now. I forgot. I forgot about the part where I stalked you and then got weirdly jealous of seeing you with another girl that you didn't even have anything with, but the possibility was there. Anyway, Hazel, what do you have to say in your defense? Nothing. It's not like I could confess to you for him, could I? Moreover, it's not like anything bad happened. She eyes me skeptically. If you're talking about it openly like that, that means you two are dating now. I spot her attempt to tease me and quickly counter. That means I won the bet, yes. As expected, she bites the bait. You did not. Adrian does not count. He liked you even before the bet started. It's an unfair advantage. Of course I won. It doesn't matter when he started liking me. It does. Hazel, unwilling to lose, keeps on making up excuses to avoid admitting I've won. Hi, weird evening. Adrian and I are pregnant. Hold on. As we pick up, Mom leaves the kitchen with a blinding smile. She coos over Adrian worse than usual until Dad returns from work. What a nice surprise. Same as Mom, Dad's face brightens at the sight of my boyfriend. I'll get used to that word. I'll get used to that word. I hope I'm not a bother. You never are. Would you like to stay for dinner? Would you like to stay forever? Just like Mulan. Mom, he can if he wants to. He can live in your room. Not like anyone would mind him moving in. I think his parents would mind. I'm not sure. If it's you who he's moving in with, they might be okay with it. Dad senses something from Mom's giddy behavior. His eyes flicker between me and Adrian. I was planning on staying the night, actually. Girl dinner! Girl dinner! Me playing this game. That's girl dinner. This is girl dinner. The true essence of girl for real though. Weird. Girl dinner is just when you don't, you know how when you don't have any food at home or you don't feel like cooking. So what you end up eating is like a pair of crackers and cream cheese or something. Like truly like I don't know, chips and chocolate. Just like no actual substantial foods. Yeah. It's the end of the month and you have no money. You've had no money for like half the month already and you're trying to scrape by and you just eat every last thing you can find in the corners of your snack cupboard or whatever, that kind of stuff. That's girl. I don't like the way Hazel's eyebrows shift upwards. Do I have to put on my headphones to sleep? No! Putting aside the fact that we just started dating, I'd rather die than do anything that my family members could hear. You say so. Adrian sips at his tea, not giving a comment. Not above that then? I didn't think there were. Dad! Just like time my new boyfriend is acknowledged by everyone. It's good that there's no drama about it. I guess it makes sense. My parents always loved Adrian and Hazel grew up with him like I did. Everything looks the same. I watch Adrian talk to my mom. It's me realize I forgot to bring my nacho cheese home. Ah, damn it! Your girl dinner's bread and peanut butter and banana slices and honey. Ooh. On the other hand, that's like 4 ingredients. That's fancy. That's almost fancy already. Such a handsome guy. My handsome guy now. That's actually pretty cool. It's not every day you get to date someone like him. Adrian notices my hopefully not too infatuated stare, returning a smile that I'm expecting to be seeing more often in the future. The evening then continues as usual, with Hazel bickering with me, Dad watching sports, and Mom treating Adrian better than her own son. Yep, nothing's changing, alright. Ah! Yippee! I know we unlock his epilogue. But his epilogue is gonna be like another half an hour at least for me to read, and honestly, I'm so tired. Like, I love the guy, but I'm so tired. I'd rather like start off with the epilogue next time. When I'm rested on Sunday.
Oh, thank you for the higher time.
Oh god, yeah. Should drink something. Thank you for the pen.
Oh, thank you. A Pikachu. Okay, okay. ペカペカ。ペカチ。That Pikachu was a lot today. I know the epilogue is there, but I'm too tired. Kawaii. But yeah, Fire. For everyone who's missed it. Like our music fits the Pikachu. True. Damn, these motherfuckers gag for that. Good for them. So cute. So cute. That means, except for the epilogue, we are now done with our second route. Who should we do next time? Who should we do next time, though? Because now we've done the best friend. Yes, I mean, we've done the best friends for each of them. I do not want to immediately go with like Hazel. I think that would be weird. But I think let's go back to Hazel. Oh, you know what? We could just do them in order. So with Hazel, I go like this, and then with Jace, I go this. That's a smart. Nah, I'm not gonna do Jason Zoe right now. Oh, that would be easiest. Yeah. So Hazel, Stephanie next time. Hazel. Okay, let's see. 1, 2. Hazel, Stephanie, 3, and then Jace, Cameron, and then Hazel, Cameron. Oh, that would give us Cameron like in a row, but twice. But that's okay. And then Jace, Stephanie. Where do I have Stephanie? Jace, Stephanie, and then Hazel, Adrian, and Jace, Zoe. Okay. Good. You throwing a hat for Jace and Stephanie. Forgot her name. Yeah, this one is Stephanie. But let's go with Hazel first again. Just to see how different that's going to be. I guess. Oh, I'm so high. How long have you been here? That sounds like a plan. So Sunday we'll read the epilogue that I'm too tired to be reading right now. And then we get into Hazel, Stephanie. And see what's up with her. Okie dokie. But that means we're gonna end here. You should be able to entire stream to cause crimes? Nice! Sounds like a plan. I should hopefully also be there for the entire stream. Stream. I can't talk anymore, but that's nothing new. We'll end a little early today. Scream! Sorry. We'll end a little early here. Get to say literally anything until yet. That's fair. You're all good. No worries. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday for hopefully Digimon, assuming work doesn't fucking kill me. Fingers crossed. Continue this game on Sunday. Thank you for a nice stream. Thank you for coming. Bye. I'll take this chance of me ending early to send you guys over to Jin, who I can very rarely raid because we tend to stream at the exact same fucking times. Like, we start at the same time, we end at the same time. It's quite unfortunate. Jin's playing Professor Layton. And I love Layton. one day I'm going to play the Lego games myself. Me. Like on stream, I've played them before, obviously. Thanks for stream stones! No, you're good, you're good. Hope you have a nice evening as well. Thank you guys so much for coming by tonight. Very, very soon. Good night. And bye-bye. Thank you for the pat. That was eaten by me changing the screen. But good night. And bye-bye.